Thought I heard a little stutter there in the capture card. What up, chat? This is what you get when you're just hanging out with a single father. I'm about to stop in a minute and fold some laundry. Maybe I can interact with chat. I gotta get it folded though, because then it gets too wrinkly if you let it sit. So I tried, but it was too damp. And what is this? I got some messages. Oh, I have to look at that. Some Doomsday Kingdom stuff going on. DoomsdayKingdom.com. Let me leave hold up. Okay, here it is. DoomsdayKingdom.com copy. I'll put it in the chat just in case anyone wants to catch up. Issue 5 and 6 is out digital, and we have the pre-orders up for a new batch of physical. Physical just got in the UK. The artist in the UK just got a batch. I'm waiting on a batch of issue 5 and 6 physical, and then we're going to start shipping out. But they look great. I can't wait to get issue 6, 5 and 6 in my hand, because I haven't seen either or in print version, you know? And that's when it's like magical, man. That's when it is. Like when you get, first time I got the volume, I think it was a whole pallet of books got dropped off because we ordered a stack of 500 for the limited run of the Indiegogo, which we're down to the last, I found a box when we were moving. We're down to the last, I think it is 70, the official count. 70, 75, and then it's totally done. I thought we were down to 20, but I had a box of 50. So, Ronnie, you need a woman in the house to do that stuff. I know, right? I'll get there. But, yeah, when you get it, like when I get issue 6, when I get issue 5, that's when it's like official in your hand. I got a little example of how it'll look, at least the cover. I can hold the poster and look at, this is what it'll be. It's the same size as a comic. This will be like what issue 5 will look like. And I can't wait to get issue 6 printed up. Issue 7 cover's almost done, so that's being colored. And I can't wait to, in January, we are pitching, doing a little pitch. You guys are hearing it here first, but we're going to do a little pitch to see about getting Doomsday Kingdom in the comic shops. Because the only way to make it, the only way to really do it is if we had our own consumer base and we were releasing ourselves every month, which is problematic. Because the catch-22 is you hit a point where you can do it, but you're not obviously making enough money and you need to grow. But then when you grow and you're doing it by yourself, actually getting the physical, like doing the distribution yourself, jams you up. Because now you're like, okay, we finished making the comic. All right, let's make the next issue. Well, we can't because we got to do distribution. How long is that going to take? Weeks, because we got 1,000 customers, you know? Issue 1 was madness. I think issue 1 I shipped for like 2 months straight. And I did it as like a part-time job. Every day for hours I was getting shit together. You don't know how, when you don't have a crew and it's an assembly line, you don't know how time-consuming it really is. Anyhow, so that's like the pro and con, because then when you get big enough to where it's actually slowing you down to make the next issue, then you're like, okay, we'll get help to do that. But you can get help maybe once or twice, but to do it every month, no one's going to help for free. But then even though you're that big to where you need help to be able to ship them out monthly, it's only a time issue. It's not like a mad money issue, because then now you're stuck in a situation where you can't pay people to ship it, yada, yada, yada. So it's either you need to have, you know, a set thousands profit coming in every month, or we're gonna try to get into comic shops, so through a distributor. So that'll be friggin' awesome. And yeah, men can fold laundry. Besides, I don't have to hear about. I don't have to have no woman saying, "What are you jumping on to play a video game at 10 o'clock at night? God damn it, jump on me, bitch!" You know. Now here's the thing with Evil West. It was a disappointment, and it is similar to Callisto Protocol, where that was a disappointment, and then I started to like it. Once the disappointment happened, I started accepting this game for what it is. There's fun elements to it. It is a little fun, but just like the title says, bro, it's a lot of a mess. Last night I woke up, it was like middle of the night, and I couldn't sleep, so I jumped on and I was like, well, let me play it for about an hour or two and see how it feels when I'm not streaming and I'm just kind of just, you know, I don't have to focus on chat or be entertaining or just talk to anyone. I'm just a gamer sitting down playing the damn game. And I have pretty much the same feelings as when I'm streaming it. There's some fun elements, the arcadey feel, but I hit a boss, and I recorded a little clip for you guys that felt like it was an actual AI created the boss fight. And it was a mess of nonsense just constantly coming at you.
I'll take it.
I mean, it was so ridiculous. As a matter of fact, do I even have that clip? This was... Let me pull this up. We were talking on stream about a video game with a Santa, and it led me to think about doing like a Santa, because Santa's in public domain. So it led me to think about doing some sort of Santa something. Secret Santa project. Okay, so here it is. Look. This is... where is it at? Right here. This is the boss I was playing last night. And holy shit, is it a mess. They got the explodey guys coming at you. And this is at a point where I fought the boss for like 7 minutes straight. And I'm burned out. I'm just, at this point, I'm just running around. I think I even put it on story mode. I was like, I don't give a shit, man. And so you have the monsters. They're shooting stuff at you. But they give this little bing 1 second before they shoot at you. So it feels like unless you're standing there ready to shoot at that little bing, you're probably going to get hit at the same time. So the two tentacles shooting stuff and then attacking you, jamming you, they create these monsters that come out and blow up. And this boss fight is probably one of the worst, not fun, annoying. It's just everything negative I can think of. Obnoxious. I don't know. For one split second, I thought it looked cool. But by the end, I just wanted it to be over, or I was just going to rage quit the game. It was just obnoxious. Yeah, oh my god. If I did that on stream, I bet you I would have quit. I would have been like, yeah, I'm done, chat. This is it. I'm done. No mas. No mas. No mas. So, where are we at? Where are we at? There we go. And, oh, wait a minute. Did I share this in Discord? No. Okay. Oh, yeah, I did. All right. Got a little drinky drink. Thank goodness you're streaming. Nothing on TV. Got stuck with a stupid Lifetime movie. Oh, they're the worst. They are the worst. Lifetime movies suck. They're terrible. Wait. I think I'm even confused about where I'm going right now. You guys can see the game, right? Oh, maybe this is it. Wait, no, I think I came this way. On a safe path to the ruins. Yeah, I think I did come this way. Hold up. What is this? Ah, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Is there something up there? Can't jump. How stupid is that? The ground. Aha. We're right where we started. So I was... Never mind. I was at the right place right in the beginning. Oh, and chat, look I got a crossbow. So I do have some different weapons now. Some of it is opening up some. I have a crossbow. And some new perks. Not much, it's only just crossbow, flamethrower. I think you guys saw that, right?
Can't make it without a rope.
Oh, that's right. This is where I was like, oh, fuck this, because I need a rope for a zip line. It's saying no rope. Where do I get the rope from, though? Is it close by? What's that? I saw a glowing chest over here. Is there a rope in there? No? Indicates a good place to create a zip line with your X-bow. Find a rope first. Oh, I could create a zip line with my crossbow. However, I need a fucking rope, bro. Oh, here's a little hint. Let's see what's over here. We haven't really had to double back yet to do some, so let's go look. That is over here. And soft batch. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Come in handy.
I was cleaning up the Blu-ray shelf because I have I'm making room to put. I picked up E.T., Batman, and Terrifier 2. They all seem to. Well, Batman and E.T. went on sale over the holidays, I guess, so I picked them up. And Terrifier 2 was a pre-order that showed up early, so I was making room on my Blu-ray shelf. And remember, I have this brand new. I'm going to get around to watching it. We're going to watch 2 4K movies, one with my daughter, one Predator. This is one I want to watch. She doesn't want to watch it on 4K. She's already seen it a ton. We're watching E.T., Predator, and I think I'm going to go ahead and watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I haven't seen it yet, but... Alright, so here we go. That's it. Oh,
bring
shit.
This thing down on top of me. Oh, great.
What do you say that for? So how are you all doing tonight, chat? How's life treating you? How's it going with you? Anything new? I think I was way off with that. Look at that tight fit. Yeah, that's a real tight fit. This landscape is so much better than the very beginning. I don't know why they made the beginning one orange ball of fucking hell.
On the money.
You hear that? Oh, that is cool. That's cool seeing him in the distance like that.
More footprints. They lead to that church over there.
Oh, I want to crack him. Got him! Am I supposed to light these up now? Let's get it. Ooh, he hit me. Did he? Oh, now I can actually block these. Wait, why? What is going on? That's not what I meant to do. Shit. What the fuck was that? Did they glitch together? Or... oh my god. Oh, that sucks so bad. Oh, he got me mid-punch. Alright, I gotta go get my laundry, probably. Let's do one more. Oh! Whoa! What the fuck? Is that a special move? I want to do it again. Come on with the fucking bullshit, bro. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Another thing they're doing more and more with video games that is so fucking frustrating is they'll lock you in place with a stun. And it's not even like a big enough stun to where you're like, oh, you get stunned. Like, it's not in the instructions. It's not this, not a third. It's not like that. You know, when you have a video game and it's like, oh, when the character stuns you, you're like, you know? No, it just literally every time you get hit, the player can no longer move for like a second and a half. And it'll be consecutive. So, wait, is that consecutive? That is consecutive. Yeah. It'll be consecutive. So if you get popped and then another enemy blows up next to you right after that, you'll constantly be in a stun state until you die. You know what I'm saying? So you just go. Yeah, I died again. I gotta go get laundry. Fuck this shit, bro. Fuck this. Fuck all this. You just got out of the shower, huh? Were you talking dirty in my chat, bro? All the women are going nuts. Atta-B just got out of the shower. Atta-boy, Atta-B. Yes, that's very true. Ooh, that strawberry is banging. Give me a second, chat. You guys give me something to talk about. What's going on? Oh, I got a crazy story real quick. Not a story, but so I like to watch because one idea that I've thought about for years is to do content based off of YouTube content. So shit that's popping off, whether it's trends or this and that, for not necessarily trends like poppy trends or pop culture, but like, for example, there's these people like that claim they're going out protecting our rights, but they call them A1 auditors. And that's the First Amendment auditing. But the people that think they're idiots, which most of them are idiots, they call them frauditors, not auditors, right? It's kind of funny. But anyhow, these people are usually a number of things: uneducated, poor, and they have zero authority in their own life. So what they do is they just find cops and security guards, and they basically go like, oh, fuck you, dick. You can't tell me what to do. And it's like, well, no shit. You know, duh. It's like going to your teacher and demanding they teach you how to do math. It's like, of course they're gonna teach you how to do math. That's your math teacher. You know, imagine going to school and being like, yeah, math teacher, teach me multiplication. And then she sits down, she's like, all right, here's how you, and you're like, gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what these people do, but they do it to the law and yada, yada, yada. Now, it started out, there was a very fine line where people would actually do it to actually uphold our rights. But then it quickly, people realized that you can make money doing this, and a lot of money. I mean, one person went from being poor as fuck to, you know, making 80 grand a year or something like that, just by recording himself being arrested and claiming that cops are assholes. So they're called First Amendment auditors. They're all a joke. 99.8% of them are fucking pathetic. And anyhow, there's this one called David Earl Warren, something like that. Anyhow, long story short, people found out that he was a legit rapist, like legit, right? Years ago, somewhere in like 1990s, I forget, 80s, he got arrested like twice. And then he got arrested again for doing some fucked up shit to his own kid. So this whole time he's claiming, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. Well, he just got popped for 20 years, got found not guilty for his fucked up ways. Anyhow, there's people are suspecting, and old cops from years ago that arrested him the first time, like 20 years ago, one cop is straight up convinced that the guy is a serial, you know, apist. I don't know if you're allowed to keep saying the word. YouTube comes down on you, but a serial offender, and could have murdered a couple of his victims. This shit is wild, you know. Maybe he's not a serial killer, but he's definitely, most likely, almost definitely a serial offender. But he just got sentenced to 20 years, bro. Some of that shit is crazy because before, when you look at it, it's like, oh, here's a YouTuber. I'm surprised it's not, because he has, I think, like 80,000 subs, but that shit is kind of wild, you know? Especially if it turns out he is, you know, a murderer and a serial offender and blah, blah, blah. Um, and here he's rolling around, building up an audience, and people are thinking like, "Oh yeah, that's just a man holding you down." And it's like, you fucking idiots are played. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get my laundry. But how crazy is that shit? Oh my god, I hate laundry. I hate laundry. I hate dishes. Anything that's repetitive, I can't stand it. Like I actually hate it. That would be the first thing I would replace if I ever became a millionaire. Shit, listen, I'm hiring a whole like busload of motherfuckers to just do anything repetitive. You know, laundry, dishes, hand job, all of it. The whole fucking, all of it. What's chat talking about? Favorite joke is life because it's us. It's based around. Oh wow, that's rough. What in the fuck are y'all talking about? Oh, someone said stop watching them because it started getting cringe. Didn't watch 1A Auditors for long though. What were you watching that was cringe? I need help fold laundry. Hell yeah. Please. Road trip, bro. Oh yeah, PK says it's women's work. Get on it, man. Yeah, sometimes I like to check out what's going around as far as content wise, and I come across them doing something. Sometimes I don't remember because I used to leave YouTube on play, on autoplay, and I would come across just some like weird shit. Like today, I had it on autoplay and I was cleaning up and I was fixing my daughter's. The cat has the is it called a cat tree, and it was falling apart. Part of it was broke. I thought I could fix it, but it's snapped. So I'm gonna order a new one. But I tried to fix it for now, and the thing is auto playing YouTube, and I have my earpiece in, and I hear it switch to the next video. And the phone was in the kitchen. I hear this guy talking about how he's having like a terrible day, blah blah blah. And it was the weirdest shit because I guess it was just a guy who recorded a YouTube video talking about being fired before Christmas, and he's useless or some shit like that. He's just going through it. And it was so weird. I was like, why the fuck would YouTube recommend this to me? So then I go to the video, scroll through the comments, And all the comments are like, I don't know why YouTube recommended this to me. You know, you get some weird shit in the algorithm, not daily, at least not for me, but every now and again, something will just pop up, like some vegan shit. There was this one guy who was in the vegan community, and he popped up in my feed, some junkie, but you could tell um, he's doing all this, like, there's something about junkies where they're almost always the same person. Like, it's weird. We're all individuals, but when you become a junkie, you're just like every other junkie, almost out there. You guys are all the same. Junkies are all the fucking same. They do the same shit. The whole, like, they'll go to rehab. Everything's beautiful. They're trying to work on themselves. They're philosophical and deep, and they're doing all this good. They're eating healthy. They're jogging. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna do all this amazing stuff, and then it slowly starts to crack. Reality sets in. They start to struggle a bit. And next thing you know, it's like they're using and having fun, kind of edgy. Yeah, fuck it, I could do it. And then they're all like strung out again, and they're like, "Oh man, I fucked up." It's just this constant cycle. Well, you could see this guy coming a mile away. He was trying to make money off the vegan community, doing like vegan hot news, like hot take news and stuff. In the last video that YouTube popped up on my feed, the guy was just fucking losing it. For a minute there, he had a little run where it was like, bro, if you weren't a junkie, you could turn that into a career. At least a starting point for a career. It's crazy how many people have like a starting point for a career with YouTube, and then they just fuck it up on some bullshit. Absolutely amazing. But he will come up with some weird shit, man. Some weird shit. I remember in the last video I saw, he was complaining about Trump, and it was the weirdest, like, Trump hate video. Because he was like, I don't hate the guy, but I'm watching the news, and the news, I shit you not, this is like almost word for word. The news is like, Trump is bad. So every day I would have to remind myself and literally sit there and say, Trump is bad, Orange Man bad, Trump is bad, because like the news was saying it, and I couldn't see why he was bad or some shit like that. And I was like, bro, that is a fucking mental problem. Like, holy shit. I know people I don't like and why I disagree with them. I don't need to sit there and go, this guy, Alex Jones is a nut job. Alex Jones is a nut job. I love Alex Jones. He's fucking hilarious, but he's a nut job. He's a fucking loony. Anyway. And yeah, even loonies get some shit right, sure, but some of the shit he comes out with, just holy shit, man. Wow, that thing is soft. My daughter got like a onesie, like a pajama onesie for Christmas. That thing is soft as hell. It's like oh my God, I don't want to fold my shirts. There's a couple things I don't fold. You know what? It took me years to realize this, and I was a little upset that it took that long to realize it. There's a few things I fucking refuse to fold in laundry. Underwear, socks, and shirts. I hang them up. I don't want wrinkles and shit, so I hang them up, but then they get like these things here, so I bought a special type of hanger that is not like slick metal, because the slick metal fuck up your shirts. But like socks, for example, I refuse to fold socks. There's no fucking point. There's absolutely no point at all. Think about it, how much of your life is wasted just folding socks. Why? They're going on your feet. They're never going to be wrinkly. They're socks. You just throw them on, So I'll just throw them in a pile. Boom. I got a little cubby hole. Fuck you. There's my socks. Same thing for underwear. You know what I'm saying? Even if the underwear gets wrinkly, who gives a fuck? Now, I don't crumple it in a ball and then throw it off to the side, but you fold it in half, put it over, or roll it up real quick just to make room, So there's a few things I absolutely refuse to fold. And that is not going to happen. Laundry's a damn bitch, though. And it's always hot, too. So you think it's a good thing, but then you're sweating. You're like, fuck, man. I am sweating like a motherfucker. I've solved the problem with socks going missing in the laundry, because I had that problem as well. And I have a simple solution. what I did is I found a pair of socks I really, really like. Funny enough, they're weird socks too. They're like they have like, you know how some socks have like that crazy tight elastic. Well, these are weird. I think there's some sort of like for diabetics or something. I noticed one time I had injured my foot and I needed a little cast thing, so I grabbed these socks that didn't have that tight elastic, and they're comfortable as shit, you know. And you don't have that elastic just choking your friggin' your ankle. So that's what I bought. But find a sock you like, and don't even pair them up. Don't get no goofy colors, designs. Like my daughter's got some goofy shit. She loves these goofy pumpkins. That's cool. She still wears them. It's Christmas. She's wearing pumpkins. That's my kid. Anyhow, so just get plain socks. Fucking don't even couple them. Wash them, take them out, throw them in a cubby hole at when they're dry, and then boom. If you don't pair your socks, you'll never notice anything's missing. And then if you do laundry consistently, you'll never be down to like one sock. It don't matter. You lose a sock, who cares? I don't have pairs. I have a whole stack of socks that are the same exact damn sock. I don't think there's anything in this laundry that really needs to be folded. Sweats. These are my around the house sweats. What up, John Rod? Oh, my Walking Dead ugly Christmas sweater. My daughter wanted to wear that. Check it out. You guys ever seen this one? I rarely wear it. This year I let her wear it. She wore it a few times. It says, "Oh, the walkers are frightful." And it is my ugly Walking Dead Christmas sweater. So I'm starting to break out, and I'm getting a little hot. A little bit of a sweat here. Because the clothes are so friggin' hot coming out of the dryer. I throw everything in my dresser just crumpled up. That's the way to do it. Fuck it, yo. Fuck it. What is this? Fold it once, throw it off to the side. It's good enough. And that's soft too. What's with all this soft stuff? Yeah, that's a undershirt. Don't need to get folded. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm almost done. I'm compulsive about my laundry. I color coordinate my blouses and separate them by style. I take care of my clothes, but we are women. Here's the thing is I can understand that. Before I was a parent, I had weird organization. I still have some of it now. Like my movies must be in alphabetical order. Even when we moved and I unpacked the movies and kind of had them off to the side, I couldn't put them on the shelf until I was ready to alphabetically pop them on. I can't just throw them there. I could, but then in a little bit, I have to put them in alphabetical order. Now, when it comes to my clothes, I have like a kind of like a two-sided way to look at it. Not all clothes are created equal. Like I said, socks don't get folded. Fucking underwear don't get folded. Wife beaters don't get folded. Not folded traditionally. Wife beaters, like I said, if you don't crumple it in a ball, you're good. Just fold it once, throw it to the side. Yada yada. Socks, just throw it in a bucket. But my favorite clothes, like the certain shirts, certain nice pants, those I do have, because they go like tank tops, sleeveless t-shirt, like they're in a specific order and color coded in the closet. Not right now, but I usually have them color coded in the closet. But for a lot of my everyday shit, I like having clothes that if I got cut and bled all over my pants, fuck it, it's everyday pants. I don't give a shit. I have a select, like half my wardrobe is like shit like I really like that I don't want to get fucked up. So I'll wear it when I'm going out or doing this, that, and the third. But I do have a part of my wardrobe that is everyday stuff where I'm out and about, or even cooking. Let's say I'm cooking chicken, frying some chicken with grease or anything. You ever get oil? Get some oil on your clothes? That's a wrap. Some oil spots on your best shirt? The shirt is done. It's fucking done. Because then you got these nasty looking oil spots. I look like I belong on the TV show Cops, beating my wife or something. So yeah, I do have clothes like that, but my everyday Johns, no, nope. Dalton, Dalton Alcock channel. I never even heard of Dalton Alcock. Am I saying that right? I'm gonna copy and paste that, see what you're talking about. Now, there's certain locales. Like, there's people on YouTube that are just like degenerate pieces of shit that are sometimes sometimes they're just like, I don't want to say it like that, but sometimes you're just kind of losers, not even losers. I don't mean to be mean in that regard. Some of them, it's just, I don't know, they just don't. Oh, that profile image, what in the fuck is that? It's all I see is retarded noises. That's his 40 subscribers. You told me about a channel that only has 40 subscribers. What is this? Trailer 2022? Totally fucked up, but understands life. Oh god. Get over. Blame my parents on this way. Is this what you're talking about? Let me pull it up. Is this who you're talking about? It's fucking Jacktail. That is so fucked up. I think the more you watch it, the funnier it gets. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah, the thing in 4K. I got it in 4K. I haven't watched it though, but I got a handful I'm gonna watch in 4K. Little girls. Oh, I unmuted myself. What did you just say to me?
I said, is it unmuted?
Yeah.
You might want to have to mute it.
Oh yeah, why, tough guy? Okay.
I'm about to say it.
Yeah.
You seem like a bad father.
Okay. Love you. I'm sorry. Go away. You're canceled. Go away. Trying to go to the park at 10:30 at night. What are you, nuts? Not you, chat. Okay, go. It looks weird. It looks like I'm staring at my chat when I'm talking to you. Did you just leave my door open on purpose? Oh, you're gonna get beat. She's getting beat. She want to go to the park with her friend. It's 10:30 at night. Come on. I gotta put my foot down. Be a bad dad. No, Ronnie used Dawn dish soap to remove the oil. Dawn dish soap gets rid of oil stains? Are you fucking kidding me? Damn, Adabee, what kind of shit are you talking about? It should not be leaving those stains, homie. Something's wrong. See a doctor. I take it y'all don't iron? I haven't ironed since 1998. What are you talking about? I iron once every 10 years when someone in the family gets married. I'll iron then. And only if, I like them. I had to back up. I'm sure the mic is picking it up. I'm like, all in the microphone. My bad. I should have muted it. I just got all the Planet of the Apps. You got all the Planet of the Apps from Rise to Dawn on Blu-ray. Can't wait to binge. Do you plan on doing Flaw vs. Saw on the new Planet of the Apes by any chance? That's why I'm watching the door for Chibi. She like smells the doors open. Well, I guess that doesn't really. It's like I smell. Oh, whatever. I don't know about Planet of the Apes. I would love to be honest. I love the movies. I have the it's put away right now. I don't have any room here, but I have the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Is it? No, I think it's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I have the Caesar bust. I love that thing. That's a Blu-ray box set. I think it cost like $80 at the time. I don't know. I think when it released, it was like 150. But I have that and the Predator one. And if you collect like expensive collectibles, they're kind of cheap looking, but I love it. I fucking love it, And I'm not getting rid of that thing. But that holds. They did a genius thing where the base actually holds several movies. So when they made sequels, you can put all the movies in the base at once. I don't put the movies in the base, but I do love those movies, all of them. I think that War of the Planet of the Apes was a letdown because you don't call something War of the Planet of the Apes just to turn around and do some other shit. It wasn't all that war-y, This fucking kid, bro. God, kids suck. Thanks for shutting my door. You want something done? You gotta do it yourself. You want something done right? You gotta just punch him in the teeth. Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck everybody. Fuck it. Having one of those days. OBB, I thought you were 18 and in college. What the fuck? What are we talking about? Ronnie, Softbet donated 10,000. Would you snap the cat's neck on stream? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh. Whoa, I thought I was able to, anything for soft match, you got it. That's fucked up. Oh, shit. How do I change the other gun? Oh, it's the up directional button. Oh, that I got fucked up there.
Killing time.
Oh, fuck me, bro. That hurt me still? Oh, shit. Whoa, where'd you come from? Whoa, whoa. shit!
How about some light,
Gotcha, bitch.
Oh, hot killer time!
Ooh, I'm kicking ass. Oh, shit.
This is gonna hurt.
Gotcha. Bitch. Fuck your mother, too. Bitch. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say yeah? Why? Ooh, I did it. I'm the man. Who's your daddy? I am. Oh, I gotta reload. Did it. I shit it and did it. You submerge in the shadow and you never show up? That's fucking scary. Well, I guess I gotta go this way. I don't really see another way around. He did a little skip. Skip, skip, skip. Go ahead, skip again, buddy. There you go. What is this?
Doesn't look inviting, but let's say I trust you, Edgar.
Well, hold up. Is there more stuff to loot out here? What was that? Oh. Oh, that is the way to go.
Did he
Let me
suddenly
loot
get
the
some
rest
religion?
and then we'll go back that way. If it'll let me. Oh, check it out. There we go.
Scorched.
The flamethrower aspect is kind of cool.
Just burning.
It's weird that it doesn't hurt you at all. Oh, I didn't know about going in there. I hope it doesn't lock me in it. You're being dramatic about what? Oh, you were joking? Softpatch said, Ronnie, I'm leaving. Sorry, Softpatch. It's $10,000 though, bro. Softpatch, I would fake it. Come on now. Think I would commit a crime live on camera? Come on now. I would fake it, bro. Get with the program. And then I pull out. When the time comes, I'm like, look at the dog, look at the cat, look at the cat. And then I bring out a little stuffed animal. I'm like, one of my favorite vapes
Edgar,
was
I'm starting to doubt
Cali
your
Vapors
navigational
Devil's
abilities.
Punch Bowl. That shit is slamming. But honestly, those, because I used vapes to quit smoking. Bad habit, I know. And something else I did though was instead of buying cigarettes, this was a few years ago now. Instead of buying cigarettes, I would put, instead of throwing $5 on a pack of cigarettes, throw it down to something that you like instead. So for me, it was since I was reviewing some collectibles and stuff, I would throw it down on a NECA or something. Because then you say like, all right, the first one you're really trying to just quit. So you're like, all right, I'll throw $5 down. And then it's like a little bit of an incentive. So you could do that like if you love going to movies. Throw $5 down, $10 down. Once you get to 15 or 20 or yada, 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 treat yourself to go see a movie. I mean, that's if you can. I mean, I didn't do it perfect to a T all the time, but I would kind of shift it to something else. So it was like an exact reminder of, nah, I'm quitting it. Because not only is it nasty, but for better, you know, just to fucking stop, okay? That worked pretty good though, because then I was reviewing some of the stuff and I was collecting some stuff, and you know, you $5 here, $10 there, and then you're like, well, at the time they were like $20, so it's like, all right, you know, 1 or 2 more packs, man, and, you know, I can go pick something up, maybe review it if it's something new. I mean, that was always fun, because then it was a little bit of a game, because then you could pick something up. Like the Jason Voorhees was incredible. I picked that up, and that was one of the last of the figures where I was like, I'm buying it almost strictly to review it, although I loved collecting the Jason Voorhees, because you have every one from the movie. It's so cool having like a Blu-ray shelf, and every single Jason Voorhees is like right there. You have a poster that has him, and it looks amazing, but you know, the poster's flat, and it's kind of like that artwork never changes. I love it, but having the figures, it's like, man, it's right there in little miniatures. It's so cool.
Looks like there's only one way out of here.
But I got the New Blood Part 7, and I think that video had like, I think it's already passed like 100,000 views or whatever, but that brought in like $80. That was pretty surprising. So that paid, I might be misremembering, but I know it paid for the figure. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, it definitely doubled it, so it made at least 60, but that picked up steam pretty quick. And it's a longer video, so it's got a good amount of audience retention. That's pretty good when you can get them to do that. But it's not guaranteed though, so sometimes you might spend $30 to review something and only make like $8, and it's kind of like, ugh. So technically you're still getting it for a discount, but sometimes it doesn't, you don't break even. But that's if you're small. If you're gonna just be a review channel, you know, it'll be different. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, get the fuck out of here. They want to start doing puzzles now? Let me go and look and see what we're supposed to do. Alright, so I guess I'm supposed to make a puzzle to build the bridge. Is that the idea? Yeah. Fuck me. Fuck me. This is stupid. You cannot go off ledges. So instead of hopping down like a normal game, here, you gotta go around to the stairs, specifically. So, fucking dumb. Alright, so I have to get this piece out of here. I'm assuming, anyhow, because that's a little piece. Let me let go. This is another little one. Let's get that out of here. And then we got 3 big pieces. Let's see if that'll work. I don't even think we need 3, now that I'm looking at it. Let's bring this big one down. Let's put it here.
God, it's heavy. There we go.
Yeah, see, look at that. And then we could take this other big one. Is that it? Wow, that's a puzzle for a 3rd grader. Am I getting the physical or digital of the new Dead Space? Physical for sure. Oh shit, that doesn't fit? What? That's stupid. So it's the other big one. For no good reason. That is fucking dumb. Where's the other big one? Oh, you're fucking kidding me now. Yeah, why you ask? I'm gonna get the physical. Some of the ones that I love, I want the physical. Because that way, if I do decide, I'm not doing it now. This place is small. I'll never be able to do it in my apartment here. But, oh, is that not on the track? You filthy fucker. Oh, come on. I just looked at that. Oh, okay, I could still do it. I like having, like, Last of Us, for example. I have a little tiny Last of Us shelf out there. So my cousin is bringing back my Last of Us Part 3 case. That's the original first one I had. So I'm going to put that on my little shelf that has the 2 Last of Us art books. It's got the Last of Us statue. Now, if I was... if it wasn't for the cat, I would put the big clicker statue out there. So it would have the collector's edition statue, the clicker statue. Okay, we should
work now.
And then, you know, you have the little game cases on. It just looks cool. It's an added little thing. So with Dead Space, my goal is to have eventually get a hold of the NECA Dead Space figure, which it's going to be hard. I don't know if I'm gonna. But if I ever do, you know, in the game room, you can have Dead Space, you can have the NECA figure there, and it'll kind of have a nice little look. The second, and one of the more important reasons why I want to get physical, is just with the PS5. I just don't want to eat up so much space, you know? Just want to cut it down. I have the hard drive, so I can transfer it. It's not too bad. You only wait 15 minutes, which is pretty good. But I would rather it be a smaller file than a bigger one to have to deal with. Oh, what was that? Oh, no warning? What the fuck are we doing? See what I mean by little fun, little madness? Like, this is a mess. What the fuck are we doing? Oh, give me a fucking... Am I supposed to block it? You never know which ones you're supposed to block and which ones you're supposed to... Look at that, it's constant. It's fucking annoying. Oh my god. Look at that. Tell me that's not a fucking mess. Tell me that's not absolutely a fucking mess. This thing is shooting out so fast that when you legit dodge how they meant for it to go, you're already getting shot by the second wave of bullet. Those type of enemies, I don't even understand. It's not even challenge at that point. It's just, how do we annoy the person playing the game? Like, why don't you just sneak up to me with a pair of tweezers and pull off a fucking clump of hair out of my head while I'm playing the game? It'll be just as fun. What is this, Star Wars now? Ronnie, use mounting putty for your statues so the cute kitty can knock them down. Oh, wait, can knock them down? It's museum quality, so it won't harm the statue. Mounting putty. What do you mean by that? I mean, partly what I'm afraid of is I'm not really afraid of because the clicker is too big for the cat to actually knock off the shelf. However, the clicker is in a running pose where it's 1 foot is led with a metal bar throughout the statue of the body. So it's going like this. It's lunging with fingers like this. I'm worried about the cat breaking off the fingers, doing small breaks that are hard to fix. Like with the Negan statue, I set that up right away, and the cat snuck in and got my door open, and she broke parts of the blood splatter that was coming off. And these are like resin, like really nice statues, and they're truly, I'm done collecting them because they're truly very fragile in certain areas. Like it's made to look fucking crazy cool, but honestly, if you just bump it, some of it just shatters, especially the glass blood because it's so fine. And so she broke the blood splatter that's coming off just by rubbing it, because the cat rubs on all the statues, at least my stuff. As soon as like I put it out there, anything I touch that's out in the living room, she has to come up and look at it. What is it? Sniff it. She has to rub up on it. So, can't knock them down. Yeah, I'm not too worried about her knocking those down. I might take you up on that with the smaller ones that are plastic. See, the collector's edition is plastic, so I'm not too worried except for maybe Ellie's rifle. That's a really thin piece of brittle plastic. But I might do it for that so the cat don't knock it down. But for the clicker, I'm just worried it's going to snap the fingers and shit, And that I'll cry, because that clicker statue is so fucking cool. And if you try to buy it now, I bought it when it was new. And if you try to buy it now, it's like twice the price, which I was lucky I could afford it the first fucking time, Evil Dead Flower Saw. I would love to get to Evil Dead. Pretty much anything that's a classic of the 80s and 90s, I would love to get to for Flower Saw. I'm really trying to buckle down, and this is something I was thinking about it even today coming on stream. I got to be honest about the Flower Saw reviews are a high priority of mine. I really want to give 2023 my all of at least growing a community enough to at least dedicate 20 hours a week to strictly editing the videos at an absolute minimum, 20 hours a week, not right away, but eventually. So I was doing the numbers and we do need to build the community. If we can get it to anywhere from 8 to 20,000 subscribers, we're off and running. It's almost guaranteed at that point, because those sort of numbers, 8 to 20,000 subscribers with anywhere from 8 to 50,000 views, that's enough to launch the videos into the algorithm just by running all the numbers that I was running. So that's like my ultimate goal, again, just to get to. If I could get there, it's a wrap, I feel, anyhow. I also do have that dual worry, though, that content and how we consume it is shifting. I'm not necessarily into it, but a lot more people now are looking for quick. They'll sit there for an hour and watch 20-second clips of stuff, TikTok or whatever it is. So that's a growing form of content. Now the Flower Saw is a long form, 20, 30-minute video. I still watch those. Like if I'm sitting down doing some type of work, I want to throw in. Lately, I've been going into true crime videos. And as soon as I see a true crime video that's like 3 hours long, maybe that's a bit much. But if it's like 40 minutes to like an hour and a half, I'm like, fuck yeah. I just hope it's got like solid content. If it's got like 20 minutes of dead air in the fucking interrogation room, to me, that's like a big fuck you. But anything outside of that, I'm like, I dig it when they get backstory and yada, yada, yada. So I'm into long form content, and I'm sure there's definitely still others out there. So, but part of me thinks like maybe it's just over, at least for right now. Maybe she's not there, but yeah, I prefer it as well. Phantom Knight, I already logged it. I do between 55 to 60 hours of Flower Saw is the newest kind of standard. I logged with both Halloween Halloween 2018, and Halloween Kills, and Scream. So that's 4 different Flaw Saw. They came in at, I know Scream was, I think Scream was a bit of a problem. That was about like 65 hours. That was too much though, because I was doing some other stuff trying to, like that one I really cared about. I love Scream. I think Scream is underrated, even underrated with its place in the horror genre. Like people don't, I know we talk about it, but people don't realize enough maybe, or fully realize to its full potential. But Scream was a fucking, when it came to the horror genre, it literally defined what was gonna come after it for the next decade. I mean, it came right in on the spot, and it was like, you know, the model that it set up was the new defining model to come, and we still see remnants of it today. You know, it was just game changing. A lot of people overuse that word, but it really was. And Scream, the original from 1996, is an excellent fucking horror movie. It might have a little too much comma, a little too much meta for some people, but if you really break it down, Scream is almost a fucking masterpiece when it comes to, you know, all the determining factors. It's fucking awesome. And that's the original 1996 Scream. So much going for it. There's so much going for it. Now, so when I did the Flaw Saw, I had that in my mind that I really wanted to give it my all. So, and there was a couple other stuff that I did that I don't normally do, especially with the opening sequence. The opening sequence to Scream is fucking incredible. It's still one of the greatest slasher/horror opening sequences that's ever been made. It's fucking amazing. And some of the stuff I don't normally dive in deep because the Flaw Saw is just what works and what doesn't. Like, for example, the first victim, Drew Barrymore, when she goes through the house, she goes through the house the same way her mother does, so they kind of parallel it in a way. It's shot like a mirror shot, and it's done really cool. And most people don't even notice it when they watch it, but it's such a cool thing to piece together when you go back. So I did little edits of that showing how it's pieced together. And I think Halloween 1 in Halloween Kills was 50 hours, give or take. And Halloween 2018 was 55. So between 50 to 60 hours. I'm not, again, Scream was a little overboard. That's like but the thing though is I can get them around 40 because I'm going to start reusing the edits I make. Like for each Flaw Saw, I'm creating end cards for the kill count. Like with the new Halloween Kills, that's the kill count numbers I'm going to use for now until I can hire someone to make graphics. I would love someone to make graphics that's exclusive to the Flaw Saw. This is crazy. Look at it. Yeah, it's just constantly shooting. What are we doing?
How about some light,
What the fuck is that? That has to be a glitch. What is going on, man? It's gotta be a glitch. Oh my fucking lord. What are we doing?
Hot damn! Fuck! That hurt.
This isn't right. This isn't right. Because when I go to block these, I'm now zipping over to them. Oh my fucking Lord have mercy! Oh man, get that fucker out of here. I'm almost dead. Oh, it's on. What's up? Oh, done. I just fucked them all up, bro. Damn, I just beat their ass.
Thanks for the hand, but I had it under control.
Tell.
I found the plan. Locals call it La Orchid de la Vida or something foreign like that. We get this back to Calico, squeeze it out, and maybe we have ourselves a way to turn this around.
I'm sorry I got you into this.
Getting your ass out of the fire has kind of become a habit.
Edgar, you can't keep doing this forever.
When those ticks attacked the manor, what did your father do? Run? Nah. He kept on squeezing the trigger. That's what he did. People like us don't retire, Jesse. Even if you're lucky enough to live long enough, you'll soon realize there's nothing waiting for you. There is no normal for people like me or your father. And I was naive to think there might be some normal for you. Anyway, now that just about everyone else in the Institute is dead, I figure you and your daddy are gonna need all the help you can get to build things back up again.
Well, first you give me those pretty flowers, then you get all emotional on me. Edgar, you ain't gonna try to kiss me now, are you?
You little shit.
How did I do this before? Oh, that's cool. Hold on a second.
God damn it. Harrow's here.
You backstabbing witch! You ratted us out!
Dr. Blackwell. I know we've had our differences, but this...
For your information, I had nothing to do with Mr. Harrow's sudden appearance on our doorstep. But thank you for confirming how little faith you have.
Because I know you guys
I
said,
don't presume to know how things work for you, gentlemen. But I can assure you
Old
that
Baby
Calico
Beard
wasn't
might
built
be
on broken words
cloned,
and betrayed
but he's not.
confidences.
At
Women in
least
that
not
position
right
don't have
now.
that
Every
privilege.
Old Baby Beard
And
in
I
chat
assume
is
you have
coming
the
from the
plant?
same
We do.
chat.
Good. And your clean syringes now
Unless they're
cost
one
$1,000
that's timed out. Let me see if it'll show on my screen. I don't know if he's fucking around or what, but someone
5
timed him
minutes
out.
is all we need.
On the phone, it's cool, man. They changed it. You can actually go to their name, and it doesn't show their name. It shows their handle, which you cannot change, or at least, you know, like your name you can change all whatever. Like Softbatch can change your name right now. Well, we're gonna. I mean, listen, oh baby beard, give me a comment that's on the screen that's not you, because I'm telling you right now, I'm clicking on every single comment. If you give me a specific comment that is in the chat that is not you, And right now, it's leading to handle BabyBeard348, which is something that's unique per channel. That's something that, speaking of which, that's something that YouTube recently did in the last couple months that is out fucking standing, because now no one can hide behind clone channels. All you have to do is click on their name and it'll show the handle, not the channel name. Like my handle is Make Path Presents Ronnie Hayes and something else. So, well, if the person deleted their comments, then it would still show on my end. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe Adabee knows. Adabee is the one who timed you out. So if you guys can explain what's up with that. But there is no Baby Beard clone in the chat, because I just went through all the names and it's all coming back to the same handle. But I think that is fucking awesome. I don't know if it's a miscommunication, but let me see. Intense instructions. I found it here. I got it on my screen. Let me see. I'll show you what it is. Oh, there is a cloned one in chat. Yeah, by Sovereign8984. We can see your handle now and not your actual name. No videos. When was the channel? It was created December 18th. So we can ban that channel. I'm sorry, we can ban that handle. So yeah, to clear it up, Baby Beard was cloned. And we're going to hide user on the channel. We're going to report it as well. Let's see here. So that's fucking awesome, though. I love that. So you can see the people that are trying to do the clone stuff. You can see their thing in chat now, instantly. You gotta click on the person's name. I wonder if they'll fix it on PC, because on PC it was a little clunky, but right on my phone it worked immediately. Yeah, someone with a Sovereign name account. They probably got mad at us making fun of A1 auditors. This game was apparently supposed to have some Dark Tower influences. I don't know anything about Dark Tower other than the cowboy aesthetic. I mean, it's got that going on.
Money.
It really feels like they had this arcade, this repetitive arcade combat, you know, as their base, and they added on to that, and some of it feels like it's just add-on filler, like this area here. Mary, what cloning is someone will make an account and they'll change their name to say they're you. And then they'll jump in the chat, and you're in chat, and they're in chat, and it says the same name on the surface, but they'll say fucked up shit, so people think it's you. It's a really retarded way to get attention. I mean, I guarantee it's at least a semi-regular that does it. It's a real fucking weird way. What did people joke that it was AP? That's something AP would do. But it's a real fucking weird way to get attention, because then they just want people to derail the stream to talk about, oh look, someone's a clone in chat. It's just fucking weird, man. Anyhow, not weird is like a weird way. It's It's pathetic. I don't mean to be mean, but just fucking sad, bro. So if you're listening and you're doing it, I would rather you just say it in chat, be like, why you do it? Because it's just fucking odd. Anyhow. So, YouTube making handles, though, is a perfect correction to that. So before you can change your name, and your handle, your real channel name was lost because it was just a bunch of numbers and letters. But now everyone has a standard one. It's like a fingerprint. You only have one name. Like on this channel, my name is Ronnie Hayes. Oh, shut the fuck up. Ronnie Hayes Map, M-A-P-P. My other channel is Flaw vs. Awe. That's my handle. So if you see another channel, there won't be another one that'll say Flaw vs. Awe. It'll have other shit going on, like Flaw vs. Awe with 2 E's or whatever. And that's to get around people cloning channels. What though? Some of them will change the profile so it looks like you and all this other stuff.
Well, he's being himself, if you know what I mean.
It's just really like, just what are you doing, bro? Like, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Did you really think it was smart to keep the money guy in the dark?
Assistant Secretary Harrow, sir.
Yeah, this stuff feels like filler.
Dr. Blackwell brought me up to speed on your
I want to get
Sir,
I want to get some more action going because we didn't have a whole lot.
We recently got our hands on a partial list of companies.
I do have some stuff I really want to finish tonight,
like McCallum's Mill and the Kingston oil fields.
Tomorrow, and then I got to get back on a work schedule that's a bit tight.
Are up to their assholes in illegal acquisitions, and the government intends to seize their not in subs.
Yeah, so it feels like they have these arcade fights. Arcade,
get this over
you know, the essence of an arcade gameplay.
You alright, folks?
And they put the story in some of those locations around it that are just weak, real flimsy. Like you're in a bar and you run around and grab
There's too many of those monsters.
you know?
If they don't get some help soon, we're all goddamn doomed.
Easy.
What do we got?
More money.
Oh, speaking about money, do I have enough to do anything? I don't have any perks yet. What the shit? How do I get perks though? See, in this thing too, like most games in 2022, they have ways for you to start seeing how much XP you're growing. And yeah, I mean, right here it has like the 8, and then with like I'm assuming when that fills up and I go to 9, I'll get a perk point. But is that my outfit? Oh, the outfit was red. So I did switch them. I don't know. We'll stick with that. And then for perks, upgrades, I don't have enough for upgrades. I need a lot. I wonder what the difference is between the rifle and the crossbow. A crossbow is automatic. That's cool. Is the rifle? Nah. I think the rifle hits harder. Fire. Is it coming for me? It looks like it, don't it?
Okay. I'll take that.
Where are you
instructions, I have assessed the value of these assets. And
Ronnie
I can
Hayes,
assure
how do you feel
that
about the Red
Kingston
Dead
oil
Redemption
fields are
series?
still pumping
As far as the video
extremely
games,
profitable.
I
If
liked Red Dead
properly
Revolver.
managed, they can bring in hundreds of
Severely
thousands,
dated
if not
now, but I had a
millions
lot of fun when
dollars
it
per
first
year.
came out. I even liked Red Dead Redemption, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is definitely, I don't mean slower, but everything you do is slower. It's a bit slower, and the gunfights are, they're not as crisp as I would have liked. However, there's a lot to appreciate with Red Dead 2. I mean, it's very much an immersive experience, and I respect that a lot. Like, if you're cool with a little more of a if you have the patience for a little more of a slower playthrough like that, it is definitely high quality. And the reason I say patience is because even when you're hunting, like you start in an area and you might go out to a location, and in real life it'll take you 15 minutes just to get your stuff, go out to that location, sit down, lay bait, and actually hunt animals. And when you hunt a particular animal for the fur, you can only carry like one fur pelt back if it's one of the bigger animals, and you got to use specific ammo. You got to shoot like, a good shot, and you got to get a perfect pelt in order to get some of the upgrades. And that's what I mean by if you have the patience for that. I halfway have the patience for that. After a while, it did break me a bit, and I just got sick of trying to hunt, and I figured, whatever I shot, if it was a perfect pelt, fine. If it wasn't, fuck it. Oh, come on. Oh my fuck, I just want to shoot this goddamn TNT. Oh my fucking god. So one thing that sucks dick is you need the supported aim to get some of the trigger shots, the target shots. However, it will not let you move away from the enemies. I can see assisting the aim, but if I'm fucking pushing that toggle towards something else, let me do it. Just leave me the fuck alone. God damn. It's like they should have did something better with that TNT though. There. Blow it all up. Fuck it. Just because I wanted to blow it up now. Oh my fucking god. It's like, it's gotta be right there or else it don't count for shit. This game's a mess. I never finished Red Dead's story, no. I know how it ends. Well, I know how... Yeah, I do know how it ends. I don't know the details, some of the finer details, but I was never really in a rush to finish it story-wise, just because I know how it ends. But I think it'll be a game I return to where I can pick up hopefully where I left off, and 'cause I am a good like 50 hours into it. So you gotta sit here and get ready. I forget what he does before that. If you miss that, you're fucked. Oh my fucking Jesus!
How about some light, gentlemen? I think I just improved your looks.
Oh, that should have gave me a double tap. I got a ways to go with this guy. I don't know why it's not giving me the double tap though. Maybe I'm not directly facing him. Got him. I didn't even see him glowing for a second there. Oh, another thing that I find outrageous is anything you use. Like right now, if I use my shotgun, I'm gonna test it out. Because this I find fucking outrageous. Anything you do has a timer on it. So if you're shooting, see how my gun will reload and the timer goes through? This has a timer. And it does the reload. Everything has that timer. Well, your special, like your shotgun, doesn't seem to reload. Wait, can I do that whenever? Huh, that is weird. So when you're not in a fight, you can do that whenever. But like for example, up top is a special move. This, for whatever weird reason, they let you do it all the time when you're not in a fight. But the timer stops, and when I re-engage with an enemy, the timer will start again. Normal games, when you're done fighting an enemy, the timer will keep going and everything will reload and reset. And then when you start fighting again, everything's going to be refreshed. This game doesn't do that. So when you start a fight, if your timer's low on this move or the shotgun, you're going to have to wait in the very beginning of the fight. I find that to be hella dumb. You know? Just really fucking stupid. We got, oh, hold on. Someone's being a butthead, huh? That's weird. I don't know why. Like, I can see... let me just ban them. I can see... No, you know what? I think I get it now. Like, why would you troll a channel with, like, 20 people hanging out? because you're going to get the attention because there's only 20 of us. But if you go and troll a channel with 100 people, you're just one out of like 50 trolls. No one notices you. So that's probably why we got this troll that's like going nuts for some reason. Like, give me attention. Let me ban his one account though. I don't know. That's just so weird. AP, knock it off, bro. Normac or AP, one of you. Stop it. Stop it. Knock it off.
I'm taking it.
What do we got? What do we got? I'm gonna use this more often now that I know it's unlimited in between fights. Oh, what's this guy doing?
Hey, you! Can you help us out? The National Guard flooded the fields, but my friends are stuck on the other side.
Find a way to drain the lake. See how the timer's going now for the lightning bolt? It's so ridiculous. Oh, that thing's back. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, they failed with this, man. You don't even want to play the goddamn game with some of these enemies. Oh, I forgot about that move.
Much better.
Forgot about that move.
God damn it, that hurt.
Do that as many times as I want. Oh, I see. It uses the electricity. Okay, I was wondering for a minute there. Yeah, good night, Soft Batch. We're about to shut it down. I can't do it with this game. Some of these enemies are just so uninteresting and spammy. It's insane. This enemy here is probably one of the worst, top 3 worst in the game. This shit right here. Just because he spams. First off, you don't get a signal of what you're supposed to do, and he spams this shit. You got these guys you're dealing with, and he spams these things. Watch. Just one. That was weird. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. You see how fast it is? 1 after 9, 10. Like, who would design that game and be like, yeah, this is fun? What the fuck? Hey, Ronnie, do you believe The Last of Us 3 leaks? What leaks? Other than they are making The Last of Us 3? I think they're going to make... Last of Us is a franchise now. They're going slow, but they're making Last of Us 3, 4, 5. It'll be coming out for the next how many years? There's no way they don't capitalize on the franchise. Unless, of course, something happens rights-wise where, I don't know, Neil Druckmann's sick of it and he's already succeeding with something else and doesn't want to bother with it. Other than that, Last of Us is going to be in the works. So, as far as, like, the idea that they're making Last of Us. Do I believe it? I believed it before it was leaked because, I mean, it's a franchise now. Look at how many people were so uncertain we would get a part 2, and they had the idea to work on part 2 immediately after they were done with part 1. Before it was released, with the hype, they were thinking, we might be able to do a follow-up with this. And then once it was released, they met up with the voice actors and they were like, "Yo, we have an idea." I think in the one interview he said like a month after it released, part 1, they met up with the voice actors and talked about an idea. And what the fuck is going on? Why am I in the air? Get down here, bitch. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm stuck. Why am I in the fucking air? Bro, that's what it's supposed to do. I think this boss is glitched. This enemy type. Man, that's a one annoying ass boss.
Over here! Thank you, stranger. We thought we were goners. Is there some way we can repay you?
Yeah, you can point
Last
me
of Us
towards
game
the
without
oil
Joel's
company
fucking
office.
tragic.
Oh, it's on the other side of the lake.
It's unfucking
So you're
believable.
gonna have to drain it to get
Unfucking
over.
believable.
Release all counterweights and you'll open the sluice gates.
Absolutely unbelievable. Imagine writing one of the greatest, video game characters. And again, it's one of the greatest because not simply because, oh look, here's a character that's so incredibly unique and like developed and blah 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 blah. It's the greatest through the experience, the greatest loved, yada yada yada. Imagine creating one of the greatest video game characters and then immediately going, let's make a sequel and don't use him, and let's get rid of him totally. It's so fucked. It's not even funny. It's so incredibly fucked. I don't even know how, with a straight face, they can sit there and say that was anything but an idiotic fucking choice. I'm gonna wrap it up though. Me personally, I couldn't have found a different way to kill Joel in The Last of Us 2. Couldn't they have found a different way? Well, here's the thing: is they could have, but I think the bigger problem is, did we need a revenge story, especially one of this caliber? I still go back to, and I say this repeatedly, the most interesting story, the direction they most likely if it wasn't for the fact that Neil Druckmann got reamed out by his people for making a white, straight, cis protagonist, and he had to replace that immediately, which is why Joel got killed. But if it wasn't for that, what would be the most emotionally gripping fucking hoorah way to go forward? Imagine Ellie being pissed that Joel made the decision. She would have been ready and willing to give up her life for people, to be the cure. But now she's in Jackson. She has family, loved ones, a girlfriend. She's got a life. She is experiencing so much. Like, that's powerful. Why? Because she's mad at Joel. She's yelling at Joel. But at one time she explodes and the truth comes out. She doesn't want to die. She doesn't want to be the cure. She wants to live. She wants to love. The weight of that guilt, the complexities there with the character, that is heavy, deep shit. Imagine being the cure and being like, I don't want to die. I have a family that, I want to live for. I have someone I'm in love with. So many people that, there's so many other things that I want to do and experience. Why is it all down to me? Why should it only be none of it? No one else has to sacrifice their life. It's all down to me. I mean, these are thoughts a normal human being would have. Sure, it's easy to just be like virtuous and be like, oh yeah, sure, for humanity, I'll be the hero. But that's a young, a young childish mind to think immediately like, yeah, let me just fuck everything and yada yada yada. To think that they had that nugget in there as potential story, and they were like, nah, revenge, And here's the worst part about the revenge story. Ellie slaughters so many innocent people, totally innocent people. Again, you can't say like, oh, but I bet they were doing that. You don't see that. You've never seen most of those people that you slaughter do anything evil or bad. Ellie slaughters all these innocent people who were fathers, who were mothers, who were sons, who were daughters, who were siblings. Slaughters them all just to get to the one that actually did it. And she goes, maybe not. I forgot. You're the remake character, so you're my replacement, or you were supposed to be. I'll let you live because this is deep. It's not fucking deep. It's pathetic. Fucking terrible, pathetic, cheap storytelling. The only reason I feel strongly, the only reason people get fooled by it is because they took her muscles away. And again, it's the puppy dog. It's the puppy dog trick. If I show you a vicious, ferocious grizzly bear, it's going to rip your face off, and I tell you, you have to push this button to blow up the bear, to shoot it with a cannon. You'll do it in a heartbeat. Because it's drooling, it's huge, it's scary, it's vicious, it's a beast, it's your enemy. It's going to eat you, it's going to kill you. You'll do it no problem. You might feel bad about it because you like bears, but, imagine an ugly zombie bear. The uglier the better. This is how manipulation works. Emotional manipulation. Ugly, vicious bear, scarred up, it's going to rip your face off. You have to shoot it to survive right now. You're going to shoot it without even hesitating. But now, I say, there's another vicious, incredible, crazy fucking animal. You have to turn around and kill it immediately. You turn around and there's the cutest puppy dog you've ever seen in your life. You're going to hesitate. Everyone would. That's the manipulation. Take away her muscles, beat her up some, leave her bruised and weak. And now look, oh look, because now even even my enemy, I would look at them and be like, go home and eat a burger, and then I'll meet you in a few months. You know what I'm saying? Us as human beings, even a warrior would go up to their enemy who's been beaten and shriveled to nut but skin and bones. Even a warrior would be like, listen, bro, just fucking go off. Just fuck off. It's not even close to being deep when all you did was take a character and strip the muscles and torture them and go, oh, well, look now. Well, no shit. No shit it feels bad beating on a person that was abused and tortured. But guess what? I still remember Abby. beating Joel. She didn't care. She didn't give a fuck. You know, Joel was broken and beaten and bloody. She didn't care. You know, I mean, so fuck her. You think they would? You think they would dare kill Ellie in the next of Us game to start a new group of people? Well, they've already started the reboot. I don't know. I truly believe that whatever we get next is going to be a twist on what they wanted to do next. If you look at Abby and Lev's story, it's a 1-to-1 remake. 1-to-fucking-1 remake. Beat for beat of Joel and Ellie in part 1. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? You know, Neil Druckmann got shit for creating the white lead, so he kills him. Then he replaces Joel and Ellie with more diverse characters, which is the, you know, muscular female and then the trans character. Now we have a new Joel and Ellie. But it was not widely accepted. That goodbye to Ellie was supposed to be like the temporary for now goodbye, and we could possibly check in on her, maybe Last of Us 4, maybe a special something coming up. But the new path forward was the more diverse, not, you know, the lead without the gruff white cis male, you know. Anyhow, so that's the new. I think they're gonna, because of the blowback, it's easy to still outsell. Because part 1 was crazy. People warned me, but I stuck with my pre-order, and I don't regret it. You know, they did such a great job on part 1. I said, you know, fuck it. My pre-order stands. I'm gonna cop part 2. But now, if they released Last of Us Part 3 tomorrow, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I am a massive fan of the gameplay. I love it. It's some of the best for a video game. It's some of the best gameplay on the market, especially for post-apocalyptic zombie-esque. I will not give them a cent for Last of Us 3 until it's on clearance. $20 or less. They're not getting a penny more out of me. Even if we got the donation in chat right now, here's $70, go buy it. They're not getting the full 7. And I think there's a lot more others that will do that. And the people that there's going to be like, let's say 30% of the fan base that are going to buy no matter what, 30 to 50, whatever it is. And then there's the people that'll defend it on Twitter, but they're not buying it because they're not playing the games. I've seen so many of these people that are nuts gung-ho to defend it, but they don't know a single thing that happens in a game. Some of the people, when you see some of the comments they make, they don't even know some of the characters. It's like, what are you talking about then? Like all these people that get offended over comic books and they don't even read comic books. It's like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to come into the comic book space and say, like, the girls are too sexy, or, you know, why is Spider-Woman's ass? Who gives a fuck? Shut up and go away. You don't even read comics. You don't buy comics. Why are you bitching? It's like me telling you what video games you should play. Chat, your video game doesn't have enough gore. It doesn't have enough straight people. It doesn't have enough Christians. You must now, everyone in chat right now has to go to church on Sunday, and no one in chat can have a homosexual relationship. You all must now watch movies that only have straight people in it. You know how fucking ridiculous that sounds? So other people shouldn't tell you how to live in the sake of virtue signaling or diversity. We see a lot of that nowadays. Like, do this right here because we're better people. You know, we're supporting diversity. No, you're not. You're forcing something onto somebody. And you're an idiot. One thing that felt good about part 1 was the gun customization. What are you... I don't know what you're talking about. Which one you're talking about. Are you still talking about The Last of Us? Because I don't remember gun customization at all in Last of Us. Because you only had a particular weapon. You could upgrade it. I don't know if that's what you mean if you're talking about customizing your upgrades. Well, that's cool. It still was an upgrade tree, though. You were still restricted to it. Unless you're talking about something different. Hey, Ronnie, I know Joel's death was controversial. How'd you feel about it? I just pretty much said it. Might be bad if you started going airborne and the TNT exploded. I think the airborne is a glitch in here. Because that never happened before up until now. Well, I think they changed course, and that they're gonna have Ellie in it some way, somehow, a piece of it. If it's not just for the pre-order money, I think it's just a gimmick now to just get a hustle to get people that are not. Because my next move as a businessman, if I was in charge, would be to put Ellie on the forefront, but then do secretly what I want to do behind, like what they did with part 2. Here's Joel and Ellie. Psych. You know? They knew it was a really fucked up move. They knew that their lie was so fucked up because they had to have taken a character. This is not normal. This is not common. They had to take a character, and instead of what's his name, the Asian guy, they put Joel in the trailer instead of the Asian guy. God damn, what was his name? I forget. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. He doesn't even matter. He's literally just a sperm donor. That's it. Jesse, is that his name? Yeah, Jesse. Think about it. I did a breakdown of why characters on this channel, of why characters are in the game. Jesse is literally only the sperm donor. How fucked up is that? How fucked up is that? Diversity, check. Sperm donor, check. Think about the game and how you break it down. That character is only in the game to add diversity and be a sperm donor because Ellie and what's her name cannot make a baby. They wanted to have this family unit. And again, here's where we get some of the ridiculousness. Just find a baby, you know? People die all the time. People died, you found a baby, you raised the baby, you know? So then they want to touch in more on the family dynamics. So they're like, okay, well, she's bi now. She got knocked up by Jesse, but now she's with Ellie, and they're going to raise a baby and have a family. Yeah, I got face blasted. Fucking stupid. That was it. Jesse is only in the game as a sperm donor because they didn't want them to, I guess, find a baby, which probably would have been more powerful, you know, if they're on this journey for revenge and they, you know, discover a baby. Or maybe it's Mel's baby. How fucked up would that have been? That would have added a crazier twist, you know? Mel died, they had to cut out the baby so it can live. And, you know, they're raising Mel's baby. I mean, in a way, that's some fucked up. I don't know. That's extra level crazy fucked up, but it doesn't matter. So that's it. She's only in there as a sperm donor. Guys, why are the Seraphites in it? Now, obviously, this is a little more layered because the Seraphites are in it because that's the base of the girl that's the trans diversity character. But the most important aspect is she could be anybody. She could just be a survivor. It doesn't matter. But the most important part is they need the wolves in order to split what's her name's story. They need a faction to attack the wolves and battle the wolves. That's it. Seraphites are in there only to split Abby off away from her people. So you put the whole story in there and you can start seeing how these characters were made. Yeah, Bigot sandwich is so fucking dumb. Bigot burger. It's what is that? I don't know. He made me a burger. A Bigot burger? It's got a ring to it, you know? Bigot burger. That's fucking awesome. That's part 3. Jesse's sperm donation. Yeah, that's it. He's only in there as a sperm donor. And what did they do with Tommy as well? Fuck, man. Tommy is seen as one that's the most rational, compassionate, soft in a way, you know? And the fact that at the end, just to create conflict, they have him talking to a little, I love Ellie, but come on, a little 5-foot tall girl, like, you promised me, you grown-ass man, get the fuck out of here. You got injured, you know, that sucks, but you're gonna go to a little girl and be like, you fucking promised me you'd murder half the fucking post-apocalyptic world. Okay, get real. Get fucking real. Tommy is not going to act like that. That was not Tommy either. And they used the dumbest shit. Like, well, you know, he's broken. He's broken. He broke up with his girl. You know, he got shot in the hip. And he's missing an eye. He's a broken man. Oh, yeah. Okay, sure. You broke him, you know? They turned Tommy into the biggest bitch. They did. They at least gave him some cool shit. And then they were like, psych. Yeah, they wasted Maria. I mean, totally wasted Maria. What does Maria do? Sets them on their journey. Tommy's gone. Take horses and go. You know, that's it. That's Maria's job. That's it. That's all there is. Yep. That is it. And if you start breaking down Last of Us 1, you can see how everyone is utilized. Marlene, check. Tess, check. Look at the characters. Look, Jesse, sperm donor. That's it. That's the writing of Last of Us 2. Jesse is in the script because he is a sperm donor. That's it. He bangs Dina. He gives Dina a kid so Dina and Ellie can play house. That is it. That is it. Donated sperm. Now look at Tess, for example. Joel, 20 years later, after losing his daughter in this post-apocalyptic world, he's grown distant, cold, distrustful. He has a job to do. He does it. He has a very, very, very tiny circle of people. Even some of the people he knows he doesn't even get along with, he saves that for who? Tess. Who deals with Bill? Tess. Most people deal with Tess, you know? Joel is very closed off. How do we get Joel to take Ellie? Then how do we get Joel emotionally connected and tied to the journey? Tess. Tess is a crucial piece. She's not just simply a character there, like Maria. That's how you know, like, there was another person writing Last of Us 1. What's his name? Bill something? That's how you know, or I forget his name. The other guy writing Last of Us Part 1 is missing from the writing of Last of Us 2. And that's how you know you have characters in it that are literally there just to kind of like move a character off to the side here for really superficial shit. But if the characters in one are vital, absolutely vital. Even Bill, when you break down the story of why he's in it and what they're doing, the pacing and where it is at in the story, bringing up Tess again, highlighting some of Joel and Tess's little bit of their background, the back and forth between the two. You have Joel, and here's one of the most crucial aspects that you don't even think about when you're playing the game. You have Joel and Ellie are starting to come together as a unit to survive. Not, father and daughter at this time, not yet. But they're coming together as a unit. What do you need? A third-party agitator, but not an enemy. Enemy would be too much and too easy because here's an enemy. He's going to kill you. You both have to survive. They're already dealing with that. You bring in Bill, third-party agitator. Bring him in, and then you have this cooperation. You can see Joel and Ellie, their bond growing. Enough with the smart aleck remarks, blah, 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 blah. And then by the end of it there, it's a little bit of you did it, kid, because she helped with the escape. She was popping the clutch, and they went through that journey, and you have Bill as the agitator being the one to say, like, get rid of this kid. Bill is the one to do it. And then Joel is like, listen, Bill, that's enough. I'm on this journey. Yeah, it was Tess's idea. There's so much there in layers in Part 1 Last of Us that's fucking awesome. That's why such a small to the point story is powerful. And Part 2, the best thing we have is like, oh my God, she lost her muscles. I feel so bad for her. This is amazing. This is fucking amazing. Last of Us 2 is factually trash writing. It's horrendous writing. Suck on that. At least Bill's still out there being gay and grumpy. Yeah, gay and grumpy Bill. I love Bill. He's fucking awesome. The fact I remember Bill more than all of Abby's friends, how the characters are, that's another perfect example. I loved Bill. Bill's in it for a little bit. He makes it's a one hell of a performance. The character stands out. And then you got all of Abby's friends. So fucking... I can't even think of one scene other than each of their death scene that stood out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for certain aspects that are incredibly stupid, I can't even think of one memorable scene. But then Bill's, from his entrance to his exit, it's friggin' everything. It is fucking awesome. I don't like the idea of Abby killing big iconic character like Joel, but it happened. Well, yeah, it happened. I don't like it either. Ellie wanted to copy Negan, and that's another one. Well, not only Ellie copying Negan, but Abby copied Negan all the way. Abby is now Jennifer Lawrence, first female protagonist of Last of Us. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. I've always been meaning to get around to just doing that one. I think I did like a loose review of Last of Us, but I wanted to put some tighter thoughts and opinions together. Do like a video essay. That'd be fun, but part of me just doesn't even care at this point. I don't even give a fuck. Maybe when part 3 is coming out, because I know they're going to put some bullshit in the trailer. Like, oh, look, it's, you know, Ellie's journey with this, this, and this. And it's like, oh, okay. Austin said it was over the top cringy having to play as Abby and having her petting dogs and acting generic, likable. Yeah, that's it. You know, here's dogs, here's likable. Some of it I wouldn't mind if it had better writers, and then you can see the characters. Like I like the idea of being in the enemy group, like with Abby, going into this community and later sneaking in with Ellie and seeing it from 2 different perspectives. Even petting the dog, I don't really care about, but the simple fact that it was used as such a generic and in your face, like, oh look, you thought Abby was bad, but she pet the dog and Ellie killed the dog. Ooh, we're deep. No, you're not. The dog was friendly with Abby and the dog tried to bite Ellie's face off. It's pretty fucking simple. You know, this is not deep here. The dog was wagging its tail like, hey, I love you, to Abby, and then she pet the dog. And then with Ellie, the dog was like, I'm gonna rip your fucking tits off. Like, it went rabbit. This is not deep here. Look, here's the dog you guys killed. Yeah, I'm cool with... I would have been cool with the concept as long as it was done to some... You know what I mean? As long as it was done with some sort of talent with the writing. The Dinosaur Museum was the best part of part 2. Oh, absolutely. The Dinosaur Museum... Hold on. I have to say, my all-time favorite part in part 2 was Joel saving Ellie from the bloater in the motel. That was incredible. That is... When you play Joel and Ellie, that is like a glimpse of what we could have gotten for a part 2. Just a glimpse. Like, that is... If the world wasn't... If it wasn't for the agenda and Anita Sarkeesian and all those other idiots getting into entertainment, if it wasn't for them fucking all our shit up, we would have probably gotten one of the greatest sequels to follow part 1. Because then they won't be brainwashing Neil Druckmann into being a little cuck bitch, you know? Oh no, I made a white straight lead. Ooh, I'm evil. I better kill him off and go a different direction because Anita's mad at me. My friends are mad at me because I'm part of the problem. They had a serious talk with me, and I'm just helping perpetuate the problem that's keeping women and minorities down. I'm so evil, you know? I need to fuck it all up and then pretend like if you don't agree with me, you're evil too. You're almost Hitler, bro. I mean, come on, dude. It's just fucking, imagine an alternate universe. We could have gotten an incredible sequel. And if you want a taste of what that is, play the hotel motel, the one where Joel and Ellie clear out that hotel. That is the actual game that we could have gotten. And add the scene with the emotional side of it, interacting with Ellie at the museum for her birthday. Those two back to back. And those two are some of are the best moments in Last of Us 2. And we could have had that for 15 straight hours. 15 to 20 straight hours. But they decided against it. Yeah, and you know what? That's fucking hilarious, right? And Anita Sarkeesian is basically fucking irrelevant. She was irrelevant the day she showed up. Only it took, you know, what, 20 fucking % of nowadays, it's like 60% of the workforce in entertainment to realize that bitch was irrelevant the day she fucking showed up with all her you know, what's a good way to put misleading editing? Remember the one where she edited something where it was like, and here we can see so-and-so's ass, and then someone else put the game in and they were like, well, look, if you play the game normal, you don't see any of this, but she had to specifically go over here and do this and then bring the camera down and find her ass. And the reason we don't see Batman's ass is because he has a cape, but guess what? And then the person who was debunking her stupid shit was like, watch this. And he did some move where the cape lifts up and you can see Batman's ass. You know, it's like, that's where you get these dishonest people that come up, especially ones who want to make a career off of telling everyone else how sexist games are. Bro, imagine you're nothing and you want to be something and you can just call games sexist and point out some of the dumbest shit and people are throwing money at you. This bitch didn't even finish what she promised. She promised to make this video series. She didn't even do it. She didn't even do it. There's also these other people that are the virtue signaling douchebags who do Kickstarters and shit. These are people who work in the comic industry. It's been years, and they have not fulfilled their Kickstarters. And these are the people telling you how to act because apparently they know how underlining sexist you really are. And hey, Ronnie, how'd you feel about Scream 6 teaser from a few weeks ago? I liked it. I really liked it. Scream just isn't what it used to be. No one's came close to touching the 96 Scream. But one thing I did like is I didn't know if it was an accident or on purpose, but it had this feel of Scream / Jason, Jason Goes to Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? And Scream should really, honestly, for the sequels, should be a sequel with a dash of Stranger Things and a dash of something fresh. And if you understand what I mean by that is Scream was very meta, that followed like some of the rules and some of the events within horror movies and slashers especially, because the killers in that movie were horror fans. And you added that meta, that dose of meta, that self-referential. Now, moving into the sequel, they should take some of that. And just like when you watch E.T., if you've never watched E.T. in a while, Stranger Things, and this is something I totally forgot about most of E.T. Stranger Things, especially season 1, that it is E.T. I mean, it's E.T. as like a base. They used E.T. as the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like the government people, the Men in Black type, and they have these taps on the phone and all this shit. So much of that is ripped one for one from E.T. So much of it. They can take a dose of that for the Scream franchise and start incorporating stuff instead of just trying to copy what came after Scream. And a lot of it, the reason why it doesn't land right is because they're just copying what would be meta and what would be this. But start taking some of the stuff from other horror movies and get a little references, son. It's not self-referential because you're referencing other stuff, but you get what I'm saying. Dials is pretty good. Seems to be the only one tonight, you know? Hey man, I saw the video on TikTok, and maybe someone can chime in on this, but do you know about pink kryptonite for Superman? No troll, man. I thought it was fake. Look it up. Pink kryptonite. No, I don't know about pink kryptonite. Pink kryptonite. I'm done with this game. I'll tell you that right now. We're gonna. What is that character? Oh. I have a new... Oh, I imagine it's all going to be the same. This is kind of stupid. Does it let you exit the game? I'm going to look up the pink kryptonite, but I do have to shut this down because I got to get other stuff done. I guess it doesn't let you. Oh, quit to main menu. 38 minutes since last saved. Was I running my mouth that long? Alright. Pink Kryptonite was, let me put this on chat. Maybe you can see. Wait. This title pops up. Is pink kryptonite, which makes Superman gay, canon in the DC universe? What the fuck is going on? This is, hold on. I'm gonna put it on the other monitor. Because I'm done playing a game tonight. Alright. Let's see this pink kryptonite. Let's pop it over here. Oh, you guys can't see. Alright, so pink kryptonite is a type of kryptonite that seemingly turns Kryptonians gay. It is unknown what it would do to an already gay Kryptonian, although one could assume it would render them straight. This type of kryptonite only made one appearance in the comics and was used as a satire of the plots of Silver Age comic stories featuring some strange new form of kryptonite. Supergirl 79. Many happy returns. Granted, every so often there's some genuine weirdness. Fortunately, I'm the only one who seems to pick up on the subtext. What is going on? You know, Superman's been acting awfully strange since being exposed to pink kryptonite. What do you think's wrong with him? They look over Superman's deep-throating some cock. Like, well, I don't know. Lois, so, don't you want to know? Did I ever tell you how smashing you look in bow ties, Jimmy? Oh, Lord have mercy. By the way, that's a fabulous window treatment you've put together. Gulp, G. Thanks, I guess. So here's another thing. I think this is a joke, right? But here's something that so virtuous virtue signaling douchebags do all the time is they'll take something they know very little of and they'll do stereotypical shit. Like what? You're gay, so you dress good. You know fashion. You're gay, so you could decorate good, keep the house clean good. It's just insane. It's insane. Like, gay people are very different. I knew a gay couple back home, and one worked in a record store. It was kind of neat, nothing crazy, pretty normal, as far as how neat he kept it. His boyfriend, on the other hand, was a spaz, and he used to come down to the bar and pick up some weed every so often, and the music store was up the block some. And one was quiet, one was a spaz, just like regular people. Neither one of them knew fuck all about suits and dressing nice. One was, t-shirt and jeans, but always clean shaven and, had gel in his hair, but that's it. That's about the end of it. Then I knew another who was just into weightlifting, going to the gym. He loved to go to clubs, dance party. That's it. That's his life, not into dress like a normal macho, like, I don't know. I don't even wear it, but like, the gym shirts where it's like a skull on one side, but it's pretty generic, he's gay as fuck. A contractor guy, pretty much normal on everything, works construction. You would think he's straight. Why? He's not pretending. He's openly gay. But, he likes cars. He likes construction. He's got muscles. He's clean shaven, rugged in the winter sometimes, just out of sheer necessity to stay warm. You get some of these people that are like, yeah, we need gay characters. Okay, we need them to act as stereotypical as possible because they don't have life experience. They have Twitter. That's it. Same thing for anything that they pop in. They just pick the usual generic loudmouth, sassy. Oh, girl boss. Yeah, Superman is gay now, officially. So. And that was something that a few years ago, even when people would talk about it, comic Twitter would be making jokes where, like, I'm a reader, right? We're supposed to be. I want to read some really cool stories. You got a lot of cool characters, so I'm older now, so I'll be honest. I like it to be gritty and grounded, and I don't read 98% of what comics are doing nowadays. But I have nothing against reading a comic. The Walking Dead came out. I read that, and I was like, wow, shit, you know? There's been some other really mature comics that they come out. Dead Rabbit was another one. Some guy, Robin. I only read a few, but that had promise. Southern Bastards was a friggin' awesome story. And then it really drifted away. I lost touch. But there's some really gritty, like, cool, grounded stories. I'm into those. I don't demand all comics do that, but you know, that's ones that I'm interested in. But then you'll go to comic Twitter to kind of, I don't know, man, see if there's any cool stories in the works, any indie stuff coming out. And here's what comic Twitter is talking about. Are they talking about any cool projects they're working on? Any cool this? Nope. Over the last few years, they've been talking about two things. Turning characters gay and Trump. And I shit you not. It's been a running joke for years now. But, and you guys know it, it's been Trump derangement syndrome. He's been out of office 2 years and it's still all they fucking talk. And we're talking about, you know, some of the main players in comics, DC, Marvel, and then the indies. And some of the shit they say is like the one person was nonstop for days going back and forth. And, you know, it's funny because like you're a regular comic reader, right? And you go on and you hear them like, haha, our main goal is, and this is word for word. Someone did a video on it. I know I screen grabbed it and almost did a video on it, but their main goal was to one by one or all at once, whatever they can get away with, make every single X-Men gay, every single one. By the time they're done working at Marvel, they want. Wait, no, was it Marvel? Yeah, it's Marvel. Every single one of the X-Men gay, as well as Spider-Man, as well as Superman. All of them have to be gay. That's such a weird thing to do. And these are straight people, mostly. So fucking weird that you would take all these characters, and we're not talking about like what cool stories we got, what cool events we got. Nope, they're dunking on, even if you're dunking on like the 5% of homophobic trolls, like who gives a fuck about them? You know, meanwhile, the rest of your consumer base is like, what are you doing? I don't want you to make them all gay. And then it's like, oh, why, you homophobic? No, because it's fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be like me going and bragging on Twitter. Man, I just got this new writing job. What is it? I don't know. It's this queer TV show. But guess what? One by one, I'm making them all straight. Why? That's fucking stupid. You know? First off, to have all characters the same thing is fucking stupid, but that was one of their main goal. More and more, it's easier to talk about it because years ago, you'd hear people with the, that's in your head. Why are you always talking about this? And it's like, well, now it's true, you know? Now it's true, and true, because they're all gay. Superman recently, he's gay as fuck. Isn't it Superman's kid, though? So it doesn't count, but it does. My whole thing is, why didn't Marvel come out and be like, shut the fuck up. No, hype stories, man. We don't need you arguing with homophobic trolls. Who gives a fuck? They're only saying that shit to get a rise out of you. Focus on the real customers, you know. Focus on great telling stories, you know. Greatly told stories. But that's the thing is, when you're in the industry, especially and you see this a lot in comics, when you don't have a lot of talent and you have to ride on any connection you can make to the LGBT, ABC, any connection you can make, when you're leeching on a community just to have a job and some relevance, that's where it gets out of fucking control. Because some of these people are just, you know, going overboard with it. And I'd be shocked. I'd be fucking shocked if they don't go under as far as comics are concerned or make some huge changes. Because they've been bleeding money for years now. I know we just had another comic publisher go under. Which one was it? Aftershock, I think. Didn't someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Aftershock just fucking done. Superman needs to get butt blasted before he could save the world for the upteenth time. Yep. 2022, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. I think Aaron was a great depiction of gay characters. Literally gay, didn't dress nice, just normal guy. Yeah, there's a handful of, again, well-written characters that some of them I think are accidentally. Like, I think Neil Druckmann was like, yeah, I want to make Ellie gay, but the other writer was like, that has nothing to do with the fucking story. So Neil Druckmann put his little, put some of his little teasers out there, but at the same strength, he had someone to rein him in. Because it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. And once you start forcing something in somewhere where it doesn't belong, it's not about, you don't want a gay character there. It's about you're taking something that doesn't go in a scene, and now the scene is kind of janky, and it's going to be one of those scenes or moments where it's like, yeah, this is a really good story. There's this really weird scene where out of nowhere, they're running from clickers, and Ellie's just like, Joel, I like pussy. It's like, I don't know. It was weird, but the rest of the game was amazing. And then they had areas where they can slip it in. And I think for Ellie's character, it does work. And in a way, some of the tragedy as well works so good. Losing parents and then being kind of raised where she was, and then having this kind of mother figure that you can tell isn't really all there. But I was super into Southern Bastards, but that shit did fall off. Man, it started good. Southern Bastards was like, oh, here's this cool story with some back of a regular guy, shit popping off, a little bit of a corrupt town. Look at this. This is the hero. And then like 4 issues in, they were like, here's the hero. Can you yank? Southern Bastards did a really good Game of Thrones type thing. And then they switched to the daughter, which is expected. You knew it was coming. And she's all like, I'm going to fuck everybody up, But it still was cool for a few issues. And of course she shows up. She like kicks the whole town's ass. But then it just started going, dragging. And the worst part, though, is they stopped. Now, these are professional comic industry people. And they'll take months and months. Like, at least for us with Doomsday Kingdom, like, we're struggling to get... Every issue that's out has blood, sweat, and tears in it. Like, we don't sleep, we yada, yada, yada. And, but these people are, like, in the industry. All they do is, like, well, it's whatever. We'll wait 6 months to put something out. Southern Bastards, I used to go, like, I don't know, every 2-3 months and be like, yo, where the fuck is the next issue? And then an issue would show up and it's like, oh shit, that ended cool. And then another 2 months would go by and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? They did that all the time. If you don't have that much story, then, I don't know, release them in bigger chunks or something. Y'all remember when they made a whole big deal for Daryl Dixon's sexuality? Not everyone has to be gay, man. Yeah, that's just, again, that's just... I have friends that are in the shipper community, and those are people who love relationships in shows. And I'm split on it by this. Like, if you're into that, if you find it interesting and fun, if it's like, that's fine. But the shippers where that is the main focus and that is life and that's everything, outside of it being a joke, like, I just butt heads with them. Because anytime anything happens in The Walking Dead, none of it matters. It matters who's fucking who. It's like, I don't care if Daryl is fucking nobody or Connie or care. I don't give a fuck. I want to know what's going on with their survival. And if there's a scene or a moment, yeah, that's cool, as long as it's well done. But some of these people, like, that's all they want. And I find that to be like, that's too much. It's a bit lost for me. Jesus was another one that was decent. They kind of wasted him though, but he was another cool one. Menacing Bo. What are we talking about? Literally, I watch movies now and just sit there and watch them and check off boxes. Gay characters, check. Asian characters, check. Just going down the list. A lot of check boxes. We talked about that now. That's because they're getting money through ESG, and the more diversity and the more gay characters, blah, 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 the more money you'll get. Your credit score will go up for the ESG. So there is a literal checklist. I know some people they constantly go, oh, this is just YouTube, sexist hater, Andrew Tate talking. It's like, no, that's not at all what it is. There's actual factual out in the open checklists that we're doing. Why do you think every movie you watch, you suddenly 10 minutes in, you're like, oh, there's a gay character, where the population, the gay population is only like less than 10% of America? Why do you think that is? One huge guess. It's being bankrolled currently. So, whatevs, bro. Yeah, White Panda. Well, I mean, in all honesty, Hollywood had a problem for a minute. They had a serious issue for a while, and now it's turned into the checkbox system where, honestly, I don't know what the end goal is. I really don't know what the end game goal is. You have a very accepting, you have a percentage that are always going to be hateful. And right now, it's a low percentage, but there's still people that hate out there. Sitting there and going like, okay, every movie we write now needs to have 2 or 3 gay characters is not going to suddenly make people that hate you or hate anybody suddenly go, you know what? I was wrong. My favorite video game character can take dick and balls in his mouth all at once. Man, I was so wrong, shit, let me stop doing hate crimes. No, you're going to get hateful people out there no matter what. The majority of people, and again, I say this factually because you'll always run into hate, but you're not walking outside your door getting punched every other person you run into. You could walk right down like New York or the majority of places you go, and it's weird to do, but you can literally just walk past people and be like, I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay. 98% of people would probably not give a fuck, other than it's just weird to just say that, Like, that's the world we live in. So I don't know what the end game is there. It's not like you're doing some thing where you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna make the world a better place. I mean, we're headed there anyway, especially with the internet and everything being on with the way we consume and with the way we interact. I mean, we're getting there anyway. You'll never get rid of religions totally, even if you make them illegal, even if you do some. They're always going to be there. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't understand the end game when it comes to that for the checklists, because we know who's bankrolling them right now. I just don't know what the main end game is. But anyway, one person did say a joke. We talked about it before, but it's like, what if the elites are like really fucked in the head, and it's not about eliminating homophobia, but it's really about they want debauchery. And I'm not talking about being gay. I'm talking about other fucked up shit. So they're slowly trying to bankroll as much, fucked up shit, so they can get to the end game point. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But because then think about it. If we are all so fucked where the main character of Superman is given a rim job and, I don't know, fucking dressing up a BDSM and hitting on teenage girls, and one day we're just like, this rich so-and-so guy got caught cheating on his wife with the babysitter's daughter's cousin, then it's like in the back alley with 2 chickens and a dog, and it's like, so what? You know what I mean? My hero does that. Fucking Superman did that last week. Maybe that's the end game goal. That way they won't be exposed, even for politicians. Think about it. The more fucked up we get as a society, in the future, it's not going to be as crazy when they get exposed, when they do some fucked up shit. Politicians they're like, man, I got caught in a hotel room with a minor. Ugh. Well, in 20 years, people are probably going to be like, so, was that a Friday? Whatever, because we're all fucked up people now. That's the end game. Sodom and Gomorrah. It's a good cover, though. Sorry. Imagine Doomsday Kingdom. If you don't buy it, you're homophobic. We have a lot of check boxes here. We have a lot of minorities. We have all the proper check boxes. So if you have not bought Doomsday Kingdom, there is a chance you could be homophobic. And I just want you to know it's probably best if you remedy that, because you will be judged. Okay? Whatever. It's a zombie show. It's not the sexually dead. Not yet, anyway. Did y'all hear that Sam Raimi originally was a director for a Last of Us movie that never came to be because the executives wanted things bigger and sexier? Is what the article says, and differences. Bigger and sexier? Now, here's one thing is, I like to get the context, because I used to use, sometimes still, I'll use like a zombie. It's like real hideous, but the practical effects are amazing. So I would say, like that's one sexy zombie. But meaning sexy as in like the work that was put into that was so slick and smooth, and like the practical effects are just amazing and impressive. I don't actually mean like bikini babe sexy. So if they meant it like that, well, yeah, all right, maybe. But if they straight meant like, yeah, we need sexy as how it's meant, I don't understand that. There's nothing sexy about the world of The Last of Us. Nothing at all. You lost me there. I mean, it's supposed to be a violent, terrifying place. I put on Twitter that HBO is just a bunch of pussies, because with The Last of Us, there's a new article where not Neil Druckmann, but the other guy, the co-writer, my stomach's growling, I need to eat some. I'll eat a dick. He wants to cut out all the violence unless it's essential. And the reason why I said that's such a stupid statement is, even if the true context meant like, oh, there's plenty of violence and gore, however, they wanted to get to some of the more, they don't want like filler violence. You know what I'm saying? That's a big difference. This is the actual quote. We want to remove all the violence unless it's essential. That's very different from saying, well, we don't want filler gore just to have gore. No, we want it all to be essential. Now, one of those sounds fucking stupid. The other one sounds like you want to make a quality project. Now, the one that sounds stupid is the one that they're going for. This whole idea that you want to eliminate all the violence when the violence is ingrained in the world of The Last of Us. I know Neil Druckmann tried to play it off like, yeah, we had violence in there because we needed the game player to like feel like he's in the shoes of Joel, and we're playing the fucking game, you schmuck. We're already in their fucking shoes. You don't need more gore and violence to be like, oh man. How about all those games that had no violence that were very immersive? What's your excuse then, you fucking putz? It's just an excuse. They want to cut it out because they're either scared, they either didn't mean it the way it came out, or they're just fucking scared because The Walking Dead was doing high numbers until they violently killed. And this is not the truth, but this is what they claim, because it's easy to claim a news article. Oh, fans left once a popular character was killed. That's a clicky article, but that's not the truth. The truth is they fucked fans over on one of the biggest reveals / cliffhangers in the history of TV. Ever since that moment in particular, fans came back saw what was waiting for them, which was already spoiled by that time, and it became a fucking joke. So the next day, once they seen that they got the rest of the momentum from where they left off, they were like, I'm out. And then some of them left. And then the next day, we got a shit story, so more left. The next week, we got even worse where they were separating the cast and doing really shit storytelling, so more left. And then they kept going. Every episode after the next had shit storytelling where they were separating the cast. They were doing this split storytelling bottle episodes where let's focus on 4 characters and forget about the entire 30 other, cast members. Because that's interesting. Because the 4 characters, 3 of them are not even characters that we even like or know much about. So that's what pushed fans away. You had this huge momentum, this huge ball of excitement. And then when it came time for that ball of excitement, they said, psych, come back in 7 months. So, yeah, we got you. We got you. That was the moment where fans were like, you turned this experience into a gimmick. How do I respect a gimmick? I don't. We don't. And that's when you started seeing fans fucking leave. It wasn't about violence or death. Anyway, the White Panda says, you heard the whole shebang chips used to only be able to get them in prison, but they're best chips I ever had. Shebang? Let me see what, where did that go? Shebang. Yeah, losing Riley cut deep for Ellie. And the viewer, man, shit was gut punching. Yeah, some of that worked real good. Never heard a whole shebang. Let me look it up to see what you're talking about. Because we had Chi-Chi's. And sometimes people use different names, but Chi-Chi's are just ramen noodles. But these aren't chips. These are noodles. Shebang chips. I don't know if it's something that you made or... Oh my god. Okay, I know what you mean. No. The whole shebang. Super seasoned snacks. Extreme chips with a bonus kick. No, I didn't have shebang chips. I mean, if I did, I didn't pay attention. There's a lot of foods that my focus was on making foods, making meals. Chi-Chi's was my shit. You can make Chi-Chi's stromboli, Chi-Chi's pizza. I liked the thick Chi-Chi's, chopping up some eggs, chopping up some sausage that you can get. I'm making a really thick. That's with Cheez-Its. You take the Cheez-Its and you take the oodles and noodles. You take the boiling water from the coffee. You put it in the end of a corner shot of a bag. You crush it all up. Add everything in. Take the egg that you saved from breakfast. Chop that up. Throw it in. Take some sausage, maybe if you had some sausage, grind that up, chop that in, throw that in. Anything else that was lingering around that you can save from different meals, chop that up, throw that in, and you just have like this paste. It's kind of like a noodle base paste, but you use just enough boiling water where it gets to be like that pasty. But when it came to chips, I mean, we had our favorites, but I don't remember shebang being like a thing now. But I haven't been in prison in 10, 13 years, so I don't know. Let's get rid of this guy. I gotta check this out. I'm doing something wrong. This is the way to go. 1 year ago, Dalton Alcock. Is he drooling? Oh, he's drooling. That's fucked up. Just do it, bro. Just drool.
We got no money! We got no fucking money!
In the social, be like...
Social!
That's a cool background, though. I dig that background. Why is he drooling? He probably gets all the bitches. He's got some fangs, though. He might be a vampire. I don't know what the droll is about. Has he got a workable tagline, though? The woohoo? I don't know what's going on anymore. Retarded guitar on a fence. On a neighbor's fence, but he spelled neighbor Nabours. Oh, a Christmas special. This is fascinating. It's a real video, like Xmas Cracker 2 days ago. Wow, this is 2 days ago. Dalton's Friday night let out party. Let's see what his let out party is. How did you guys find this? For real. Comments are turned off. Not surprised. Oh, please don't take it seriously. Okay, well, I wasn't going to take it seriously to begin with. Just don't do it. That's what a shirt should say. Just don't take it serious. This is weird, though. You need, like, it's a gimmick to get someone to say, hey, look, haha, but you need to follow it up with some. Yeah, you need a follow up. I think that's why currently it's been, what, a year and you only have 40 subscribers. If you had a follow up, you'd probably get it. But just going woohoo, like I'm bored now. I went from being like, oh man, this could be a treasure trove of fucking ridiculous. But now I'm bored. You bored me to death with the woohoo. There's no follow up. You have the lead in to some weird shit. But you have absolutely zero follow up with some weird shit. Let me show you guys one thing though, and then I'm really gonna go. I'm gonna show you this. Is it Earl Warden? This is the guy right here. This is the guy, Earl Warden. Just got 20 years. Just got 20 years for being a degenerate fuck.
And welcome back to the channel.
Not this guy. This guy's making a video on him. This is funny. This is fucking hilarious.
Middle 50s, early 60s.
Look, waiting on jury. He's on trial for abusing his own kid. He's a piece of shit. Big time piece of shit. And it's being theorized that he is a serial piece of shit since like the late 80s, early 90s. And he was already arrested in the 80s and 90s. People are shocked he hasn't been in prison for a long time already. And they were hung last at 6v6 p.m. Judge is giving them some time today to try and work out details and come to a decision, but looking like a mistrial. 10 minutes later, he got served 20 years. Oh, this is such a fucking beautiful picture. Little perverts like looking like a mistrial. 10 minutes later, 20 years. I don't think he's been sentenced yet. I think his sentence minimum is like 20 years or something, you know? But right here, boom. Fucking idiot, bro.
I just hate to think about it. Not to make did what I had to do.
What was this, 11 days ago? I don't know if they show any footage.
Conversation with her, and
this is the piece of shit here.
The judge was like, "Nope, ain't happening." So she ejected him from the courtroom. Now
this guy's got subscribers.
Are in charge of courtroom security.
This guy's got subscribers, and they go around and harass police, and they claim they're auditors with really idiotic tactics. Like they'll, show up, they act weird, they dress weird, but you can't see because it's the point of view of the camera. So they act real weird, and then when the cops and when regular people are like, "What do you want? What are you doing?" They go like, "Oh, why are you butting in my business? Why are you yada yada yada?" but that's because some of them dress like SWAT members, you know, and then they'll have like a little sticker of like press on the back or something but imagine people showing up looking like SWAT with cameras, being rude and like, because you already know some wackos out there, you know, they target government buildings, government people. It's rare, you know. I mean, the current state of the world, people act like it's every fucking second of the day, but no, it's super fucking rare compared to, I don't know, car accidents, which kill, I think, more people than guns do every year. But anyway, it is rare. However, if you show up, people are gonna look at you like, so that's what they do, and they'll pull this shit like, oh, we're press and news, so we have rights, and you can't stomp on our rights. Well, they don't do research on court cases. First off, there's already been a court case that says, yes, it's true. Everyone has a camera in their phone. Everyone can upload to social media. That does not make us all press, and it doesn't. Another thing is when they say you can't film here, blah blah blah. That's not interfering with the First Amendment when it comes to press, because you can still go and post content. You could go make a story. You can go publish a paper. You can do everything that involves the press, but they just don't want you filming in a certain location. They do this stuff like they're like, oh, we're in public, so anything in public we can film. There is a bit of truth to that. Like when you're in public, you don't have a right to privacy. So if you're walking around with your social security card out in public, the cops can't show up and protect your social security card. You shouldn't be in public showing it off. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, so they do this stuff where they'll harass workers and blah, 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 blah. And so he built up a following apparently of like 80,000. But meanwhile, he's been like a serial fucking piece of shit for like 2 decades.
And
but if you wanted to look it up, it's pretty crazy.
I've said all along that
there's nothing like crazy though, like crazy footage of anything. It's just a crazy idea that here's another YouTuber that was a giant piece of shit growing a following. Some people are still like, no, man, the guy's good, but he just went away for 20 years. There was something I just watched today that was here's the actual facts. That was about, can we do today? That was about right here. Here's one of the cops being interviewed.
I want to see where this guy
talking about this guy being arrested decades ago. Guilty. Factually. And he tried saying decades later, he was like, oh, you know, I dated a girl that was 17 when I was 19. But the reality is he was pulling women over, pretending he was the police, assaulting them in their cars. He had a weird infatuation with assaulting women with guns and shit. And this guy right here is like, he was working one of the main, his first arrest, I think. And he says if there was any certain crimes like that, and that YouTuber was out of jail in the area, he would pick him up immediately and investigate. Not pick him up, but he would investigate him immediately, because he's almost 9 times out of 10, it's probably him. And he thinks there's definitely more victims out there that haven't come forward, and like there's potentially some murdered victims as well. So that lame little weirdo that we were just watching in that video, right here, this guy could be serial offender. Well, he is factually right now. He's guilty of being a pervert, and he could potentially be a little bit of a, maybe 1 murdered victim, 2 murder victims. This is right here. You're looking at the blackest eyes, the darkest eyes. There's a killer. It looks like a killer, doesn't he? But a killer of weak women. Right? Pull over. You got to pretend like you're the police to get the upper hand. It's usually what weak men do, though. Really pussy shit. But that's him. Anyway. I don't even want his face on my computer. Let's get rid of both of them. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to roll. Last couple questions. Mind Media, are you limit to the work you can do, if you don't mind me asking, or do you just being on your boss? Wait, hold on. What? Let me back it up. Yeah, Dials. I gotta take notes. That's exactly what I need to do on my channel. Am I getting there? Have you subscribed? All right. Mind Media said, "Are you limit to the work you can do? If you don't mind me asking." I'm reading it how you wrote it, just so you see how I kind of got lost. I think you mean like, is there a limit to the type of work I can do for like life? You mean like for a living? Or do you just like being your own boss? Been a fan for a lot of years. Always wanted to ask. Well, there's things that I want to do that I need a lot of finances, and I do need to be my own boss. Like for the comic, we would love to do a video game, and we would really love to do. I have a couple people that would like to be in on it, but we want to do some short movies. Even like Terrifier is like a great example. Even if you don't like the actors or the work, it's a quality movie, and this is someone that is very indie. You know, some guy that did a Halloween movie, and this was a side character that people loved. That's now become, you know, one of the Pennywise, Art the Clown, Jason Voorhees. You know, he's moving up the ranks to be one of the top guys. So there's no way I could just go, work at a 9 to 5 and just do that. So I need to do the 9 to 5 and extra. So it's got to be something that pays a lot to be able to fund that stuff. So am I limited to the work that I do for a living? In a way, you do limit it based on I still need to take my daughter to school, get my daughter picked up from school. I still need to be a father. I also need to make content unless I just leave, the internet totally. But that's hard because if I'm ever if I'm ever in the position to make a short, if I come back to the internet, no one will know who I am. So that's a catch-22. But it's tricky. It definitely is. I think the biggest thing that limited me, though, the last few years is I'm a convicted felon for selling drugs. So, well, it was weed, but that's on my record. It's manufacturing, delivery of marijuana. So I'm going to try to get it expunged. It's in Pennsylvania, so I'm hoping to get it expunged. They recently did an expungement with anyone who has a felony for possession, but my case is a little bit fucked up. The way they do it is a little fucked up. They'll try to get you on something that in the way it's classified will fuck you over big time. They play a lot of games like that. I think it's so they could build careers and whatnot. But I got popped with just a joint, and the person that was my confidential informant was setting people up to get popped anyway. Like, it was a really fucked up situation. That's one part where you can't really trust informants. Like, one thing she was doing is she would like you're just regular people. You go to work, come home. Like, we're all people in the neighborhood and you know each other. She'll be like, yo, do you know where to get some weed? No, you? Yeah, I got a guy. Oh, cool. Let's get, an eighth or something. Let's get a little bag of weed for the weekend. So she'll go and get you your weed, her weed, maybe your neighbor's weed. And then she'll go to the cops and be like, I know someone who sells. Oh yeah, there's could be, I think they're a lot of shit, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll call you up and be like, hey man, I need to get a dime. My guy's not around. And she is kind of like now your connect a little bit because she helps you get weed. So you don't want to cut her off, but she knows you just bought an ounce or a half ounce or an eighth. So she knows you have at least a dime. So it'll be like, you know what? Come on, slide by, grab a dime, whatever. Boom. You get delivery of a controlled substance. The CI just set you up and you're fucked. That happens all the time. That's some really fucked up shit. Nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about it at all. I know that when I was talking about how I had witnesses and proof and people that would talk about my informant was whether the drug task force wanted to admit it or not. She was handing out heroin testers. I remember the one moment where I knew immediately, I was like, yeah, something's fucked up, is she slid through the crib and she grabbed 2 10 bags of weed and she stuck one in her crotch. She's trying to hide it, but I had caught her at the corner of my eye. And I remember she tried saying like, "Oh yeah, guy I'm with, I'm trying to, get a little weed for myself that he doesn't know about." And immediately I'm thinking like, what guy is going to be looking in your pockets? Like, what guy are you with? But who does? Cops. Because when they get an informant, they're supposed to, by law, search you before you go meet so you can't set someone up. And then when you're done meeting, they'll search you again. But they get lazy, and what they'll do is they'll do a quick search. Oh, you have anything on you? They'll tap, tap, tap. No? All right. They don't do a full on, as if you're in prison, search. Anyway, but that's how easy it is to fuck someone over. That is it. So I am trying to get my charge, but you need a lot of money. I know I was quoted years ago, 50K, I think it was, and they'd get it squashed done. But we'll see. We'll see. I know I had a lower quote before that was like 20 some, 15 some, but some of those are like, yeah, it's, we'll go for a shot. And I'm not dealing with a lawyer if it's anything other than definitive. If a lawyer's like, oh yeah, we'll get it expunged no matter what, then I'll go with you. But if you're like, listen, there's like a slim chance, but let's try. No, because you're just taking my money. I'm not stupid. You're just taking my money and barely putting any effort into your work. Fuck that. The charge is ridiculous. I can literally order weed online now from a dispensary and have it delivered in an hour. Government just doesn't want it to happen outside of their oversight. Yeah, and that was that's a big problem. That's why I think we need to decriminalize a lot of things. I think it's nuts where people talk about when you get in trouble now, you shouldn't get in trouble. Like I listened to some court cases on Zoom, and I watched some lawyers that break it down, and more you're actually seeing people who were like, okay, yeah, I plead guilty. I had like 4 misdemeanors, 3 felonies. I ran from the cops, all this fucked up shit. And then they're like, can I just, probation's going to fuck me over. Can I just not go to jail, not pay a fine? Because I got to work. How can I do all this and blah, blah, blah. And the judge, rightfully so, was like, well, then we'll just take you to jail for 90 days. I mean, one girl literally freaked. And then you hear the talking points, because one of the more liberal talking point right now is fines don't help people. Prison doesn't help people. And in a way, there's truth in that statement. When you're hard up, giving you $100 fine isn't going to help you, But the idea is, if you have no penalties, why are you going to stop driving without a license? If there's no penalty, if they don't tow your car, if they don't fine you, why would you follow the law? I mean, it sucks to have to, but I think one thing is to find leniency in people that are trying. Like, and this is a weird concept. Like, now we see it where someone has like tons of fines, and the girl before Christmas is like, I'm gonna try to pay $200 to $300, and she's really trying. And the judge was like, I tell you what, skip this month, buy Christmas presents for your kids, and then we'll get back on track next month. That's fine. The person is trying. Cut them a break. Cut it down. I mean, I've seen areas where if you can only pay $3 a month, as long as you're paying anything, 3, 5, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But some of these people think that instead of doing a reasonable work with you system, that you should never go to jail, you should never get fined. And it's crazy, because if I didn't have my daughter and you tell me that I can rob all the movies from Target I wanted, I can drive without paying for a license, car insurance, without even worrying about getting in trouble. If you're telling me we're allowed to do that shit, then it's yard out. I mean, why would anyone do that? And then it'll blow up in everyone's face. I mean, think about it. You get hit. Well, your car, you're a working man, you're door dashing. Someone slams into your car. All right, let's change insurance. I don't have insurance. All right, we'll call the cops. Fuck it, I don't care. They're going to just release me in an hour, and I'll never have to pay a fine. All right, well, I guess I sue you. Well, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's no penalties whatsoever, that is a moronic future. Totally moronic. So, anyway, I'm rambling, but Oh, god damn, it is late. I gotta roll. I got to roll. All right, chat. It was nice talking with you. I am going to get going, and I'll talk to you guys later. You hear that crypto larceny Logan's involved in? I don't know the details. I just know he scammed people. It's not surprising, though. Like Logan Paul, Jake Paul. I know they're doing the boxing stuff now, and for some reason, people suddenly think they're reputable. These are people who Jake Paul was like, yeah, boxing's all rigged. Boxing's all rigged. And I don't know if anyone remembers this, but there was a whole Jake Paul was exposing boxing being rigged. And then suddenly a couple things happened. And 2 weeks later, it's like, oh yeah, we're doing boxing organizations and blah, 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 blah. And he's winning all these fights against fucking bums. It's like, wait a minute. I don't believe a word in anything Jake Paul, Logan Paul does whatsoever. If you're rich and you have people training you, you're gonna have good form. You're gonna fight. You could beat, regular asshole on the street. Yeah, sure. You're gonna punch hard. If you couldn't, there'd be something wrong with. There'd be a brain defect. But I don't respect either one of them whatsoever. I think they're both full of shit. They're probably always all lying. These are people who fake being colorblind just for clout so they can continue to grow something. I would not be surprised if it was a scam, but I guess I'm waiting to see. I really don't give a fuck. I wouldn't invest in anything Logan Paul's doing whatsoever. I think him and his brother are just... they're the worst part of fame. They're probably the people who have it and don't deserve it. In all honesty, I mean, come on. Name one thing that they've done that was actually interesting, Because I watched some of the boxing. It's some of the weakest fucking boxing there is. Why would you watch YouTubers box and some of the weakest shit ever when you can actually just watch real boxers? I can't fathom that. I watched some of this and I'm like, what is this shit? Some of it is more entertaining where it's the sloppy people. It's like, oh man, you got fucked up, but you tried. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if every single fight for Jake Paul does is rigged. I would not even be shocked if it was exposed tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, he himself said it was rigged before he started making millions on it. So I would not be surprised. All right, I'm gonna go though. Have a good night, guys.